Hey, Vampire. Oh, hey, Vampire Logan here. Oh, it's not recording anything. Hang on a second. Oh, looks like it's going. Somebody else speak.
Testing 1, 2,
Hi.
3.
Hi, we're speaking.
Okay, looks like it's working. Okay, I think it is. Um, so yeah, we're doing a different thing this week again. Last week you did Monster of the Week, episode 0 and episode 1, adding up to about, I think, 0.5. And then this week we're doing episode 1.5 to 2, I think. So here we are.
0.5 to 1.5.
Yes. So we're going to sort of recap because Carl was not with us last week, so he can join in with a new character and yeah, we'll just continue filling him in.
Yeah, so an old man washed up on the beach unexpectedly, and he is my grandfather, so he's called me back to town, and I guess we should do character introductions. Um,
Yes, that is very true. That is necessary, likely.
let
Mhm.
me see. I gotta
So,
fetch
are
my
you
notes.
going to go ahead first, or because I'm
Yeah, go
still
ahead.
wandering around?
Pulling up my notes. You go ahead.
Okay, I'll go. I am playing a gothic teenager named Ophelia Vex. She is, or did I say teenager or, yeah, I think 18 or something.
She's 18. Yeah.
So she is kind of a weird kid, doesn't really fit in anywhere in the town. She is of the archetype the spooky, and she has strange powers that allow her to speak in people's minds, and she has the sight and also a jinx ability. And she has heard some terrible things while we were investigating the situation in the town, and she heard some awful dark power contacting her. And that's pretty much it. Oh, she's has piercing blue eyes and wears goth clothes.
Ooh.
What do they pierce?
And the monster has seen her.
Yes. She has been seen.
She kept delving in too deep and rolling too low.
Yes. All right, who's next?
Yeah, I rolled out of this place like 25 years ago now, and I ain't come back till now. Even when my sister's husband got killed, there's a lot going on back when I was. But face it, this town didn't want me anyway. Even through my childhood, maybe I was a bit too much trouble. This Elliot guy gave me a hard time sometimes because I kept on breaking into the lighthouse. But, you know, also the cops. Man, don't get me started on them cops. They had it out for me the whole time. I know they did. So I went off. I lived with my uncle down south for a while. And then Grandpa, David Roberts, he ups and croaks on the beach there. And well, I seen some funny shit back where I'm living now, and well, it kind of got me freaked out. So I came back to check on things. My name's Craig Roberts. It's nice to meet you. Um, yeah, you got any problems you want taken care of? You just let me know. But mostly, I'm getting into places I'm not supposed to kind of guy.
Nice. I still fucking love that
Voice.
fucking accent. It's
Yeah,
insane.
it's awesome.
Insane.
Thank you. Thank you. I've been working on it a bit.
Keep it in character. Nice. Um, I'll tell you about Brian's character if you want. Um, his name is Elliot. He is a park warden, and he is a bit of a Bigfoot fanatic and kind of a somewhat of a conspiracy theorist. So he kind of lives in the woods and he's looking for Bigfoot, and he looks kind of like Sam Elliott, the actor, with the bushy mustache and graying hair. I think that's all I know about him.
He and my character have been kind of hunting partners for a while. In the sense that they go out in the woods together and kind of look for all the spookies. The other major thing about Elliot is he's only really found in two places, and he really likes pie, apparently. But he's found in the diner or in the woods.
The tea room
The tea
Oh.
room.
that used to be a diner.
room, which is the diner, and now
It still serves as pie.
it still serves him pie. Yeah, because he's been there long enough that he deserves his gosh darn pie.
And I sometimes hang out in that diner and have talks with him because he talks about interesting stuff, unlike most of the people in this town. And so I kind of gravitated towards him as a weird kid, and he treats me like a normal person.
Yeah. I am playing Anne. Anne is a bit of a bit rough around the edges, to say the least, but she loves her wife dearly. She is the wronged. She had a husband, same with her wife also had a husband. They both kind of got in similar situations. Her wife doesn't know the full details and she tries to keep it that way. Greater than that, she has 3 children, 2 biological and 1 stepchild. And she will not let anything harm them ever. And that's a big part of her character motivations. She's not very impressed with her wife's brother, Craig.
The
She's
contempt is noticeable.
she's willing to keep, you know, willing to make her own opinions, but he's not exactly. He's
You
his
don't find me
failed
endearing?
attempt. Yeah,
you
the
say
failed
your-
attempt at
Your wife was the one who was killed?
no,
who was killed?
no, Wanda's alive.
Oh, okay.
Her husband, Anne's husband, died. So did Wanda's.
Okay.
So her spouse Jordan passed around 2-3 years ago by this
Okay.
point.
I see.
And they met through a grief group.
I see.
And it just kind of fell into place. They both had young children, and you know,
So one
other
of the
stuff,
kids
other stuff.
is one of the kids one hers then?
Yes,
Okay.
Faith and Justice are Anne's twin 4-year-olds, and Wanda's 3-year-old son is named Chosen.
Really? Are they little hippie types?
Yes, they were.
Okay, I see.
Faith and Justice are more along like the sort of like black faith kind of stuff, you know, like African American culture with the way
Right.
sometimes they'll name after things like that. But Chosen was a bit hippie, yeah. A bit. But hey, he's a 3-year-old and doesn't know his name's weird yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ophelia can relate.
Ophelia is her children's babysitter. That's how they know and connect. And so the weirder you are, the more trustworthy. Stay weird. And Elliot, yeah, is a hunting buddy. Tell us a little bit about yours, Carl. Do you have an idea?
Yeah. I have Chad Simpleton, who is
Oh no.
the mundane.
So, we'll let's get to that real quick. The mundane was a suggestion that I thought would fit with the character concept that you'd created, but there are other playbooks if this one isn't really what you're.
This is fine. This is perfect.
Yeah, the way you were describing them as just some fucking guy, I was like, well, there's literally a playbook for that.
Yeah.
He is a 30-something professional pizza delivery driver and cook. Works for the family pizza place in Miller Lake, which is roughly in the middle of the peninsula. They pride themselves on being able to deliver a pizza within 29 minutes anywhere on the peninsula. They have a fleet of AMC Eagle little shit boxes that have the distinction of being four-wheel drive tiny cars.
Cool.
And that's how they deliver their pizzas. And that's what he drives. And he knows the back roads of the peninsula like you wouldn't believe.
Let's see if I can find that mundane here.
That's the map, by the way, the owlbear. I forgot.
Oh, where's the owlbear? Where's that?
I just sent the link in the chat. Yeah, so your character sheet, basically, it kind of gives you steps on how to create your character. But do one of you want to kind of like lay out what your character choices were to kind of like for as an example?
I'm more than willing to do that for Anne, but if anyone wants to step and do that from their own character, that's also fine.
These abilities are hilarious.
Take it away.
Yeah, no, the mundane is a fucking great playbook. It's hilarious.
It's basically
so fun.
Xander.
Yeah, it's literally
It's
it is.
Xander.
That's what that's like the
Basis,
example that would be
yeah.
used to describe it as it's Xander.
Hopefully without any of the troubling bits.
Yeah.
But so
But yeah, so Anne.
sure. So Anne's major motivations are keeping her family safe, her children safe, and making sure whatever happened in the past never happens again under her watch. For that reason, that's why she's the wronged. She has throughout this, she has different moves. The one that she automatically gets is I know my prey. So she will get a +1 to a roll when she is pursuing and fighting the kind of monster that caused her loss, which is basically a shape-changing creature for her. She then can choose one of a bunch of different abilities, and because Anne is a character that is very much about protecting people, I chose to do Never Again, which is in combat I can protect someone without rolling. I will automatically succeed on protecting someone. But I cannot choose to suffer little harm. I will take full damage from the attack every time I protect someone. I can't lower that. But because I can't negate the damage, it's just not gonna. I'll take the damage. But because she needs to get home to her kids, she's also all about safety. So she has extra protection for her gear. That's the other ability I chose. So she has an extra +1 to her armor, giving her basically when something rolls damage, she will have a cumulative -2 to that damage because of her +2 armor, if that makes sense. There's other things I could have chose, but so like tools matter. I could do or DIY surgery where I could do first aid, but you only get to choose 2, and those are the ones I chose. There's also gear. So because Anne kind of stylizes herself as a hunter to at least the common townsfolk, because she doesn't want them to know what she's actually doing. She carries around a hunting rifle because she's supposedly hunting deer. She also has on her character sheet it says fighting knife. It's actually more akin to like a field dress knife, like skinning an animal. More like that. She also has a revolver that she rarely uses, but she does have it. And that is a little fun tool that'll help us later. Did you explain yet about charm, cool, sharp, tough, weird?
No,
stuff?
I haven't. So, let's talk about the stats. There are literally, I fucking have too many tabs open. Here we go. There are yeah, there's 5 stats. And it's charm, which you use to, like the kind of charisma, interact with people, manipulate. You use it for the manipulate someone action. There's cool, which is basically like being able to keep your cool, keep your head, and stay calm. There's sharp, which is just intelligence, your brain, using your brain. Tough, which is fighting and taking hits and stuff. And then weird, which is when you do magic type thing. Hold on, let me send. This is a really good reference sheet to have, because it basically sets out what the basic moves are of the game. There's 8 basic moves. You don't ever have to state that you're doing them. Basically, you just describe what your character is doing, and I'll determine whether or not that means that you make a roll for it. This game is really a lot of just kind of like describing what your character does and determining what they're doing, and then just like letting me figure out whether you roll or not.
Yeah, it's pretty loosey goosey.
So yeah, you don't go like, I want to act under pressure and do this. Like you go like, oh, okay, so this is going on, and I want to, like, okay, there's a fire, I want to grab the fire extinguisher and put it out, and I'll go, okay, I want you to roll and act under pressure. So yeah, if you look at the mundane, it gives you things like you don't have a like automatically get the move the way that Anne has the I know my prey, which she gets automatically. You don't have any of those as a mundane, but you get to pick 3 of the mundane moves. So yeah.
Yeah. Always the victim, power of the heart, and what could go wrong.
Okay, that's fucking great.
That's
So
totally
always the
good.
victim
Good
is
pick.
when another hunter uses protect someone to protect you, they mark experience. Whenever a monster captures you, you mark experience. That's the other thing that's very fun. You mark experience points every time you fail a roll. Yeah. That's one of my favorite things about this game. Power of the Heart is when fighting a monster.
System.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah. When fighting a monster, if you help someone, don't roll cool. You automatically help as though you'd rolled a 10. That's a very good skill to have. And what was the other one? What could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
Yeah. Whenever you charge into immediate danger without hedging your bets, hold 2. You may spend your hold to inflict 1 harm. Reduce someone's harm suffered by 1 or take +2 forward as an act under pressure roll. That's great. I love that. So yeah, so you've got those, and then you'll see like ahead there's like you get like a mundane, you got weapons, then you get the means of transportation, whatever. And then there's ratings, pick one. So that's you have preset stats and you just pick which one of those you want, and that will determine what your stats are.
Okay. I did that, so I just write down those numbers in the stats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then that's basically it. The only things you really need to choose are the moves, the gear, and your stats, and then you can also do the like getting started thing if you want, but it's less important than the other ones. When you're done, send me your character sheet, and so I can have it open and look at what shit you can do.
All right, so save.
In the stats, you have to pick one of the pre-written sets.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's all on sheet 1, right?
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
so
sheet 2 is really just like the level up stuff.
now I gotta save this damn
Oh,
thing.
so harm, that's another thing in this game, is anytime you attack a monster, you will deal it harm, and it will also deal you harm. Like that's basically, it's always like you will hit it and it will hit you, and there's ways that you can try and reduce the harm and things like that. Which is what Fritter meant when she said that Anne can protect someone but can never choose to reduce the harm gained from that, because when you use the move protect someone, you can choose to suffer little harm, so have a -1 harm, so you don't take a harm. All impending danger is now focused on you. You inflict harm on the enemy and you hold the enemy back. She can never pick to suffer little harm. So she'll always take the full damage.
Okay.
And then the only other thing that I think is important, that you won't just pick up from playing, is luck points. You have a set amount of luck points on your sheet. There's 7 of them. Basically, if you fail a roll, you can use a luck point to succeed. But you only have 7, and if you use all of them up,
You're done.
something bad happens.
Ah, okay.
Something, and not just bad, something real, like, very, very bad happens. That's why it says doomed. So it's like, it's basically, and you never get them back or anything. It's basically a resource that you have to use. Sorry, you can get them back, but only with the advanced improvements. So after you've leveled up 5 times.
Okay.
No, you can get them back in regular improvements as well. Twice. You can choose to do that twice. Anyway, that's unimportant. You can't really get luck points back. They are basically just a resource that you have, but be careful when you use them.
Kind of sounds like Dungeon Crawl Classics. When you go through a funnel campaign, they're all level 0 characters with 1 to 4 hit points, and some of them have luck and others don't.
Yeah.
When you run out, you run out. That's that. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys actually only have like 7 hit points each, I think. Hit points. Harm that you can take.
Yeah.
So you want to try and avoid that. But yeah, that's pretty much all you really need to know to start playing. We are in the town of Cedar Oak, on the Pagonia Cove, which is coming off of Lake Huron over here. This is so this is the town of Cedar Oak. This is where Robert's body was found, although I don't think your character would know that. What brings Chad to town?
That's delivering a pizza.
Of course.
Yeah.
Where
Someone ordered a large heartburn special. So
there's a couple of residential areas where there's a couple of residential areas, and then there's also cottages along here. Where is Chad delivering a pizza to?
I assume we all just know him, right?
Map here.
Just because he's the pizza guy.
I think we're figuring that out.
Yeah.
Sorry, where did you say that you were?
Trusty little four-wheel drive crap cam that he's driving. So, let's say he's delivering to the Oakwood Bed and Breakfast, because maybe they don't serve dinner at a bed and breakfast. You know?
Yeah, okay, that's really great, because at the bed and breakfast, the 3 people who found David's body, Roberts is the last name. David's body are, that is where they're staying right currently, is at the Oakwood Bed and Breakfast. I think when we left off, Elliot and Anne were going to go check out David's boat at the docks, and the other 2, Ophelia and Craig. No. Who the fuck was going to the docks? Anne and
It was Anne and Elliot.
okay, it was, and then Craig and
Ophelia.
Ophelia were going to the library.
Correct.
Yeah. So
Oh yeah, because I wanted to
let's
stay away
start
from
there.
the water because that's where I knew the
Yes,
creature
that's fair.
was.
Let's start with one of those two scenes, and then we'll bring Chad into this.
Right, go ahead and
So
do
who the doc or well, Waz isn't here, so we can start with
let's
Oh,
do
good
the other
idea.
one then.
you two, and then see if Waz shows up. Yeah. So you guys are headed to the library. I don't have that on the map anywhere, but it's like somewhere around the town square. Please. Yeah, it's like
Parents
somewhere around the
always
town
said I should
square.
go here to study, but I never made it. Don't really know my way around in here. There's a lot of books, though.
I've been here lots. It's a good place to go when not many people go there.
Hmm.
Sometimes I
Okay,
just
well,
need to
I
clear
think,
my thoughts.
I want to see if there's anything here that's like history, newspaper clippings, stuff like that about disappearing people or people washing up on shore before. Anything like maybe
Okay.
this has happened.
I feel like this is something
Recently or
Ophelia would
years in the
know.
past.
Yeah.
There is a collection of microfiche like saves
I was
of
gonna say microfiche.
yeah, there's like a collection of microfiche of the local paper.
Yeah.
It's great to find these little fish then and see what they got to say.
It's not okay. Here's how it works. And she shows you
Okay.
how to use the machine.
You have looked through these things before, finding weird shit that you're interested in.
Yeah.
So when you walk in, the librarian just kind of nods at you. You have pretty much free reign to look at this shit. She's used to you.
All right, we go look in the archives of the history of the town, try to find the
Okay.
strange occurrences, which I probably have a general idea that I hadn't put two and two together until now.
Yes. Okay. So what kind of things would Ophelia have been looking at in the town stuff, like before?
Anything that is interesting, especially like a dead body, or like something that isn't just the boring old town stuff or fishing or just something weird that has happened or anything that is like out of the ordinary.
Hey, I want you to hold on. Let me look at the moves and see if any of the rolls fit what I'm thinking about here. Okay, you know what? This is not an act like a regular move, but I'm going to get you to roll a can you just roll sharp for me?
Okay. Oh, sharp. I am 0 on sharp, so 5. Just straight 5. Not feeling it today.
But you get an experience.
Oh yeah.
You do fucking got a lot of experience.
Yeah, I failed every roll I think I've made so far.
I think you have. Actually, also, can you roll me also a weird?
That I should want to do better on. There, that's a 12.
Okay, yeah, that's very good. So you are a little bit freaked out by what is like that the monster saw you.
Yeah.
And you can still feel like like you may have made a connection between you. You can still feel it lingering in your mind.
Yeah.
And you can't remember what you can't remember what you've looked at. You can't remember anything that sticks out to you in the archives at all. But you do feel a pull towards. You do feel a pull. 1 second while I do a little bit of math. I just realized I didn't write down a year for this.
I'm feeling something leading me. I can't think of
Towards.
anything that I was just role playing.
No, yeah. Sorry, I just
Continue.
did the math.
Okay.
You're being pulled towards the microfiche from 1961. The newspapers there are pulling you towards there.
I feel like something here. I don't think I've looked at this, but I feel like there's something here. And then I pull that out, show it to
Okay, so
Craig.
there's obviously multiple news stories that have happened in 1961. But if you go through it, you are going to find something that is pretty fucking relevant to the town history. It's not something people talk about much anymore, and you both would be too young to. I don't think you guys would have been alive. Actually, wait, no, Craig would have been alive, but he would have been a baby.
Young
This is
anyway.
about
Yeah.
34 years ago or something.
That put me at 4.
There is a newspaper clipping of a woman who had died mysteriously in a drowning. It was a big deal because 1 second while my brain reboots. It was if you look through the clippings, you will find many clippings of stories about this incident that happened.
Mm.
It was a big debate in town. There was a big mystery about whether or not it was just an accident or if someone had killed her. The woman's name. I'm on the wrong page for what I'm trying to do.
I swear if it was another Roberts and it's a bloodline curse, we're done for.
No. The woman's name. I literally just wrote it down like 4 seconds ago and I already forgot it. The woman's name was Pearl Fulton. She was a mother of 2, was married. She had a daughter who was about 10, and a son who was only about 4. She lived in one of the cottages along the cove, heading towards the lighthouse. She lived in a cottage along there with her husband and her 2 children. She was a stay-at-home mom. And one day in July of 1961, her daughter went outside, they had some strawberry bushes outside, and her daughter went outside and spotted her mother's body, on the beach.
Mm.
The report, her cause of death had been drowning, and she'd been drowned. She had drowned or she had been drowned. There was a lot of suspicion cast on her husband, but no, there was never any conclusive evidence on what happened. The Fulton's moved away. A few months after that, the Fultons moved away.
Okay. That's too bad. His son would have been my age. This does look very familiar, though. Anything else suspicious that happens around this time, Ophelia? Days, weeks afterwards, or is
Okay,
it
we
all
scan
wrapped up in a nice bow?
ahead a bit, see if there's anything else unusual that stands out to my senses.
So it's really you're not feeling a pull to anything else.
Okay.
This
Now,
was the one that you got pulled to. And like the monster, that was the thing that you could feel this presence wanted you to see this one.
does it feel like malevolently, like mocking me kind of with that, or?
No, it does not. You're not feeling any malevolence. It honestly feels very neutral.
I tell Craig, this seems like the only thing that I sense has to do with what's happening now.
Okay. I was gonna say, quite the coincidence. You just kind of reached out and picked this one. So, yeah, I'm so much happier there's some juju going on there.
Yes, I sense something, and I don't know if this is the same. I feel like this is a different presence than the last thing I sensed.
Huh. Well, I guess we should head over to the down to the docks and give this information to the others.
And yeah, I just put the stuff back then and thank the librarian, and we leave.
All right. Cool. Is that okay? So one second.
I am suffering. This basement's so cold, and I wasn't able to find my hot water bottle at all.
Oh,
And the opposite, my room is too hot.
yeah.
Hot damn.
And Jesse, your room is
Holy-
just right, right?
Not bad. Yep.
Whole reason the fireman.
There you go.
What? I
Someone
did
got it.
make a dragon war with fireman.
So Anne, I do have a question for you real quick before
Sure.
we continue. How well does Anne know her neighbors?
Knows him well. Needs to.
Yeah?
Mm.
Very, like, a tight-knit community, like a lot of... Okay.
It's not just... Anne has an ulterior motive about it all, of course.
Like you
Okay.
keep doing security audits on them.
Yeah. She wants to make sure that she would notice if they got replaced.
Okay, yeah, that's absolutely fair.
Her
Um,
wife, however, just wants to be friends. They bring over jam.
I
They
love
eat
that.
some, you know,
That's lovely.
and she's just like scoping the place. She's checking their mirrors. Like she checks what kind of toilet paper they use. Is it 2-ply? If it's not, she's gonna judge you. You know.
And they better have used some since last time you visited.
Yeah, you better use
Judging me, that's all I can
SPF.
say.
Is
Um,
the other stuff like that? Yeah.
Hey, Waz, it's here.
Hey,
I
hey.
only use 3-ply. That's it. Don't judge me.
Yeah.
As long as it's not
Who
1-ply.
would use anything less than 3?
I've worked in offices that have 1-ply. It's just not a good
it's
thing.
Terrible.
Office
Not even toilet paper.
yeah, it's awful. Yeah. So Waz, now that you're here, we can go to
Hey.
the docks with Elliot and Anne.
I'll be right back.
Just as
So
one
while the
quick
other
thing,
two,
are we Roll20 or D&D Beyond?
There's the
Owlbear.
Owlbear Rodeo.
The link is in the
Bear.
Monster of the Week
Okay,
chat.
hold on. 1 second. I'm like, I feel like I'm in the wrong place here.
Is that because you were alone there?
But maybe. Oh. Work days, I'm telling you. Work days in wine country are not, well, they're
Okay.
amazing work days, but maybe too much wine some days. If that's such a thing.
I don't know.
I should
Never
warn
had it.
everybody. I've got a work day in Las Vegas next week. So.
Oh, that's not wine country though.
No. Totally
That's
different.
danger country. Danger
Unless you
low
spell
officer.
wine with an H.
Hold on a second. Owlbear. Owlbear. I know it's in here somewhere.
Unless you're going to a workday conference.
If you
There we
just go to the Monster of the Week,
I got it.
yeah,
got it.
it's right. It should be right there.
The picture of the house that I would love to live in.
Yeah, the fucking randomized image and name. Don't worry about that.
Oh, apparently it randomized my name. Hi, today I am Giant Rat.
Giant.
That is so you.
That is apparently me. Like, nothing says was like Giant Rat.
I think my father is Pony, so
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm Pony. I'm Pony.
Excellent. Hi, Pony.
hi Pony.
Hi, Pony. All right.
Every pony.
100%. I am here. I am coffee set,
Okay.
logged in, and ready to go. Let's go to the docks. We should check out that boat, Ann. Have we already gone and got the ammunition from your truck?
You sound a bit softer today, Elliot.
Sorry. Hold on. Let me think, Elliot, for a second.
The dude abides.
So, Ann, we get your ammo from your truck, and we're gonna go down to the docks, check out that boat before we head back to the library and check out little Vex and sorry, I don't remember who the other guy is.
Craig.
Oh,
Are you talking about Craig?
Craig, troublemaker. That troublemaker from the end. Such a kid in the days.
I like your opinions coming out after we stop being around him.
You know what? I know you probably don't remember him from those days, but I do. He was a kid. He was definitely a troublemaker. But you know what? Bygones be bygones. We can let that be. We got a job to do, and we got some hunting to do. So let's start at the docks and check out that boat and try to keep Vex away from the water, maybe.
And then we walk
Like,
up.
Oh my!
As if we could do that.
We'll give him a bit.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yep.
No, you guys are at the library right now.
that would
So
be funny.
you guys are heading to the docks.
Yeah. Oh, hi.
There is
My bad.
In my pickup truck.
the docks are not actually super far from Anne's farm.
No.
It's not a large, it's not like a big marina or anything like that. It's a smaller dock area, but there is a nice big like kind of pretty big like spot where some bigger boats that may have trade or other things like that may come around can dock at, but not like huge shipping container boats, but some smaller ones that may come here. Most of the docks are full.
Like yacht-sized boats compared to shipping boats.
Yeah. Yes.
No, it's not even
But
yacht
there's-
size boats. This is like little dinghy boats.
There's
Little fishers.
one space. There's like one area in the dock where you can park like a yacht-sized boat, for like shipping, for like trades purposes or for like emergency services, stuff like that. But the majority of it is a bunch of rowboats, because most of the people in town who fish, who go out on the lake, they row. They just row their little rowboats out onto the cove or out into the lake or whatever they're trying to go. There's a couple of sailboats, small sailboats, but mainly it's some rowboats. On the dock, you see a couple of men who are unloading some fish from their boat, and you see Anne. You would know who this was, as he hangs out there pretty much all the time. Is an older man. I would say he's probably 76.
Specific.
What?
I said specific.
Yeah.
He's
76-year-old man.
76.
He's about he's
30
76 years old, probably. And his name is Terry Goodwin. And he, more often than not, you can find, he's a man you can find sitting on the docks, fishing just straight off of there. He used to go out on the lake all the time, but as he has gotten older, it has been harder for him to get in and out of the boat and to row, and he had to stop doing that, and now fishes sitting on the docks and always has a word to say to the other fish enthusiasts who make their way along the docks.
Okay.
Yeah. He'll see you and give you a nod.
Okay. And a general recap for myself, because my brain's absolutely blanking on everything. We are here to check the boat and also potentially, because the
Mostly
police
checking the boat.
mostly checking the boat. We're still on the lookout for a fishing rod as well. So
Yes.
we will
They did not find
be
his fishing rod.
on the lookout for a fishing rod that looks familiar, if it was a nice one. Or if
He
anyone.
was.
That's a
Yeah.
great picture.
You actually know exactly that it is a very nice fishing rod because Wanda actually, you and Wanda gifted it to him a couple years ago.
We gifted it to him. Damn, Grandpa.
Jesus.
All right.
Well, he likes
Wanda,
fishing.
I
That was his.
Wanda.
He was an avid fisherman. So for a birthday one year, you guys gifted him a very nice fishing pole.
Elliot.
Please do not ask me specifics. I don't know anything about fishing.
It
I
costs
don't-
$4 at Walmart.
4 or 40?
4.
Okay.
It's a nice fishing rod.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Anyway, yes. So you know what fishing rod you're looking for.
Okay. Well, she glances at Elliot, glances at Terry, and she gives him the nod back, and she might want to talk to him at some point, but right now we're going towards the boat.
You know what boat it was David's.
Yes.
So
We go towards that boat.
yeah. Yeah,
That's the boat we're
you head straight
investigating.
for it. And I want you both to investigate a mystery.
Okay, hold on one
So
second.
roll
Sharp.
or either you both roll investigate a mystery, or one of you roll investigate a mystery, and then the other one can roll help out.
I
If you
have
prefer.
to ask
Do you
because it's been a
mind
while
what
since I
help
played.
out?
Where do
Yeah.
I find my
So
character sheet on this game?
you
It's
should
a
have
PDF
a
that you would have.
PDF
Yeah.
document.
Oh, it's the PDF. Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
So
hold on one second. One second.
Help out. You
basically, help
roll.
out is when you don't have to decide right away what you do, but help out is if a player rolls, like, for example, if they roll a 6 and they need a 7 to get a mixed success, you can help out and grant them a +1 to their roll.
Mm.
And this is
Um,
a sharp
yeah.
investigative mystery.
Okay,
Yes.
so I'm gonna go ahead and roll the investigative mystery since I'm the one who knows more about the boat.
Okay.
Okay.
If
I
that
will
is all
help.
right with you. So Anne is going to be checking this over. She's going to be looking for gouges, rust marks, weird punctures, discoloration, any left residue, blood, gunk, see-through nonsense. And she's also going to be doing this carefully with if there's anything she needs to touch, she's not going to touch it fully because she's leery about whatever gunk that was on the hook.
Yeah, so before we get to the actual roll, I'm just going to describe real quick what's in the boat. So, the boat is sitting there. What the only things really in it are his bucket of bait. That's the main. Honestly, I think that might be the main thing
That's it.
that is
Was
actually in
this
there.
a rowboat or a
Um,
motorboat?
It was a rowboat.
Okay.
He was kind of a little old school. He liked doing that. Yes. So there's that what is in the boat is his bucket of bait and his lunchbox and a thermos.
Probably has the
So
same thing as the bait.
yeah, gonna check the sides of the boat while we're both investigating this to see if there's any place where it looks like somebody was dragged over the side, like if he left scuff marks of his boots or anything like that.
And if both of the oars are there.
Okay. So before we investigate a mystery,
Smokes.
hold on. Sorry. The oars, yes, both the oars are still there.
Mm-hmm.
And before I tell you whether or not there's any scuff marks or anything, I want you guys to investigate a mystery.
All right.
The oars feel like something obvious enough that I'll just give you, but yeah.
5.
Oh wow, you own that one.
Yep.
So,
Oh dear.
sorry, you rolled a 5. Did you roll was?
No, I haven't yet.
Okay, so you can either choose to roll investigate a mystery yourself, or you can choose to roll a help out action and give Anne a +1 to make hers into a
Still a failure.
into a failure.
no, because you rolled you rolled a 5.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you rolled a 6. Yeah, no, you failed.
No, that sounds like a failure. So it probably better chance if
Fucking looks like
I
a
was
boat.
to maybe roll a mystery myself.
Yes, I.
Okay, hold on. I'm just trying to.
Remember, you guys can use luck too. Although,
Hold on one sec.
might be a waste.
Trying to get to the place where I've got roll a mystery. This one. Here we go. Investigate a mystery. It's a sharp roll.
Yes.
I will roll sharp at here. Go to owlbear. Dice. 2d6. 6.
Oh yeah, Carl, you only ever roll 2d6.
Only ever roll 2d6.
That means I'll get snake eyes.
You can, and that's bad.
Yeah, I know.
That's 4d6, I think.
You rolled 4d6.
Oops. Sorry, I apologize. It was supposed to be plus 6, but let me do that again. It was supposed to be
Plus 6.
2
Plus 6?
2d6. No. 2d6
Plus 2.
plus 2. 1, 2.
Which that's down at the bonus.
Oh, maybe I hit advantage. I apologize.
That's an 8. Okay, that's a mixed success. So, Elliot, you get to ask one question from the list. What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? What is being concealed here?
What is being concealed here?
Okay, so you are looking at the boat and didn't find shit. You're looking at the boat.
Thanks.
And along the left, hold on a second. Let me look at the map real quick to just for what side it. Yeah, on the left side of the boat, you find some more, a thin streak of the same kind of viscous liquid that you found on the fishing hook.
Okay.
Kind of a dark liquid. There is a smear of it along the side on the side of the left boat, along with what look to be claw marks, or at least something dragged along the side of the boat and left lines in the paint.
Ooh. I will point it out to Anne and say, apparently, our prey has claws.
Considering
will-
we found him burst through the chest, it kind of makes sense, huh?
Right? Okay, So I have a quick question. I have 3 questions that I'm allowed to ask. Do I ask them in direct text to you or in?
Yes.
Okay.
1 second though. Let me just read that move real quick. I forgot that you had this. Yeah, you just asked me a question.
Okay, 1 second. Let me just double check what my question's allowed to be. Too many windows open.
Real.
Sorry.
I've got so many tabs open right now. And they're like all say monster of the week, and I'm like, I don't remember which one of these is what I want.
I got it. 1 second. Apologize if my spelling's bad here. There may be some alcohol involved.
Sorry, spelling? Oh, you can just ask it to me out loud also.
Oh, okay. So my question will be, where and when will the creature's next critical move be?
Okay. Yeah, I can answer that.
Sweet.
The creature's next critical move will be. Let me go back to the map real quick. It will be. I don't know how specific I'm supposed to be with this, but It will be.
Well, I'd ask when and where, so it's got to be pretty specific, I would think.
Yeah. It will be out on the lake. Here. No, wait. Actually, sorry. Won't be there. It will be over here.
Okay, so near the grotto?
And, yep, near the grotto. And it will be in probably about 20 minutes. Half an hour. Half an hour.
Oh, jeez. That's a short timeline. Okay, and we need to be at we need to be on the other side of this this bay within 20 to 30 minutes. I have this strangest feeling that
I'm already
whatever
in the
we're
truck. Let's
hunting,
go. As
whatever
soon
we're
as you
hunting is
say,
going to be there. All right.
get in the truck.
I put my my rifle up on the rack as well as we drive.
She's just
Okay.
pointing it out into the water. Um,
Just
damn
as
Okay.
they're driving away, I
radio.
kind of pound on the hood of the truck and like
You walk
shrug
to
it.
us.
You
The library is a fair bit away.
Is it? Okay.
yeah, the library is up here somewhere. Yeah, but if at this point you guys would have left the probably actually, I don't know, because that feels like too long. You guys probably would have left the library and started making your way.
If it makes it simpler as well, Anne could go to her home, call the landline to the library.
Chances
Uh,
are there's not many roads here. We could probably pick them up just along the way. They know where they're
yeah,
heading.
it's fine. They're walking. They're walking down. You guys will see them.
Okay. Get in the truck. Ophelia, your middle seat. Craig, don't fall out.
Or do, I don't care.
It's in the tone.
Yep. Craig head in the back.
Maybe I just sit in the back, yeah.
She makes her to jump hit over every single bump.
Okay, so
Beginning to think you're
do
doing
you
this on
guys
purpose.
oops, sorry.
Oh, good.
Yeah, do you guys have any what do you guys like talk? What have you guys learned?
Oh,
To each other, not to me.
1961. Last time this happened here. But yeah, it's something that it recurs every now and then. So whatever's out there, it's yeah, it's been around for a while.
That being said, what we've figured out is it definitely pulled them off this boat, and it's going to be at the grotto, probably in the next 20 to 30 minutes. So now the big question is, as we're driving along, Vexy, I'm not so sure you should get out of the truck. It's seen you. You've noticed it. It's noticed you. I don't know that I want you going anywhere near the water. This is grown-up work at the moment.
That's just the thing. It's actually, oh, you tell it, Vexy. It's different, right?
I sensed something at the library which wasn't a malevolent presence like the other time. I sense there's something, and I think you might need me to find it.
Okay, so couple of things. The presence that you felt at the library, it was the same presence. It just did not have nefarious intent by showing you the folder, the microfiche. Okay. But you still feel connected to the creature.
Oh, okay.
Two,
all right.
The other thing. In the Pearl Fulton story, her cause of death was drowning.
Sorry,
Pearl
Pearl what?
Holton is the story of the person who died in
That's okay.
1961.
Pearl what?
Yes.
Pearl
Pearl
Fulton.
Fulton.
Fulton?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
She died in 1961. Her cause of death was drowning. She didn't have any other wounds.
Hmm.
So it isn't exactly like David's.
Mm.
Okay, so it could have
Yes,
just
I
been
was
drowning.
thinking you might have misinterpreted that, but it was
Mm.
Yes.
there
It-
was a death and she drowned, but it wasn't. Well, they suspected the husband of foul play, but there was no evidence of that.
What kind of
Hey,
clothes
that
was
being
she
s-
wearing when she
Did
died?
did that evidence was that in there?
yes. It would have been in there somewhere. She was in a
Basically-
nightgown.
A nightgown.
Why in the
So she
world would
went
she
out in
be
the
out in a
water
nightgown?
mid-morning. Daughter comes out, she's already dead.
Not mid-morning. She would have. Yeah, mid-morning. Actually, yeah, that makes sense for that. If she died sometime during the night, basically.
Found mid-morning.
Anyone heard of a siren?
Mm.
Well,
I've
heard of.
read about those in Greek mythology.
No, seriously,
Sort of
those
sounds a
things are
lot
still
like
coming. You hear them all
Ogopogo.
the
Don't
time
believe
when
in
the
that
cops
one
are
either.
after you.
I figured
Siren
you'd come
normally
up with
don't
that.
hurt women, though. Siren normally don't hurt women, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that one's a bit off. Why in the world would she have left her place wearing a nightgown? This is something different. This guy was out fishing. He caught something. It pulled him.
Wasn't there the same weird blood on the boat, too, you said?
Yeah, there's the boat had the same viscous black liquid that the hook had.
He caught
Like,
himself with it, if you remember.
well, it was caught in his jacket, right? So I don't know quite how that all fits in yet. Doesn't actually, you know what? I will use my second question, which was
Yeah.
how does the hook fit into the bigger picture?
Um,
The fact that it's caught in him and not in the monster.
uh, uh, current events.
Especially
As
given that
everybody's
the fishing rod's missing, yeah.
right, as everybody's talking in the car, I'm just trying to fit all the pieces together. Wrapping tinfoil around my head at the time. God, keep the voices out.
I'm trying to figure out how to answer this question.
Mwahahaha.
Total
Um,
coincidence.
Nope,
the
conspiracy.
fishing hook.
Never a
The fishing
coincidence.
hook being caught on his jacket does tell you that there was some sort of tussle to a certain extent. It wasn't just whoop, he got dragged overboard and that was it. What it's telling you is it got caught in his jacket because there was some sort of
There was a
like,
fight.
yeah,
He was fighting for
there
his
was a
life.
fight.
It wasn't the case. Yeah.
He was fighting, he was trying to get away, he was something like
He
that
didn't go
happened
easy.
where he was moving abruptly, holding his fishing rod, maybe even holding the line or the hook or whatever. And as he was resisting, it got hooked into his jacket.
Yeah. So he probably my guess as we're driving through, heading off to that direction. I go. My guess is that at one point during this, he cast his rod over, probably caught the creature, pulled it. The creature pulled loose from the hook. The hook sprung back, caught his jacket as it came over and grabbed him and pulled him overboard. And that's why the hook is in there. Now the creature will have took the rod with it, and you know, for whatever reason, when David hit something in the water, it stopped him. The line snapped, the hook stayed, the rod and line is gone. So I don't know. I try to piece together how this works with Pearl. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But what I can tell and my gut feeling is that when we get out there, we got to be ready for something. And regardless of what we're ready for, I still, Vex, I want you behind us, not in front of us at any point.
Okay.
I mean, I agree, but she is an adult.
It's regardless if she's adult. She's touched something. It's seen her. She's seen it. She's going to be a target. And I'm not willing to let that thing be that thing be near her without me in between it. We're
I
hunting,
more than agree with you. I more
and
than
I'm
agree with
keeping
you.
that thing out of space.
You sound like me in 30 years.
Yeah, well, if you look this good in 30 years,
I
I'm
will.
sorry.
Craig, you holding
I'm
up?
gonna-
You can slow it down a little bit.
She speeds up.
Yeah, nope. We've got 20 minutes to get across town because that's when it's going to happen again. We got to be
Let's
there.
see if the pizza guy will show up before.
Yeah, so
Awesome.
here we go. I will be dragging the pizza guy in because Chad, you have just successfully delivered your pizza to bed and breakfast.
Yay!
And you are
I got $2.
What the hell?
coming out, you've pulled out and you're heading down over this way to the road.
PBR.
And you see a truck heading towards you. It's driving pretty quickly. And
You with my car.
as it passes, you're in your car as well. But as it passes you, it fucking clips your side mirror.
Son of a bitch!
Picks.
God damn it! I just had that thing replaced. I hit a moose last week.
So your side mirror is kind of dangling, and the truck just fucking keeps going.
Spin it around and go chase these bastards down. I got my sledgehammer or golf club. I can show them a thing or two.
You got to get their fucking insurance
Yeah, I want
information.
to get their insurance. That's what I'm doing. First thing on my mind. My mind switches from the PBR that I just earned my tip on, and now I've got to get my mirror replaced again. You know how hard it is to get a mirror for an AMC Eagle?
Somebody's gonna pay.
So I gotta ask, Craig, what do you do when you see some guy that we pass suddenly spin around and start chasing you as you're in the back of the truck?
Mm-hmm. And we did just clip his mirror.
Did you see that though?
I was yes.
I
I
think
felt
he
He's in
it.
the back of the truck.
Actually,
He
yeah,
went,
I
Probably
felt it.
felt it. Although your truck is probably noticeably bigger than Chad's
I'm
car.
so much beefier. I have a beefy truck. That side mirror probably got clipped by my bumper. Like it was when she sped it up to just bully Craig a little bit, and she spun out her back tire a little bit.
it's less of the noise that the thing would have made. It would have made enough noise for somebody sitting in the back of a truck to hear. But somebody suddenly pulls a U-turn in the middle of the street and starts chasing the car you're in. And Craig is I'm not saying he's a criminal, but
I think
Yeah.
I think I'm more concerned about being in the back of the truck that's being driven dangerously than concentrating on the vehicles. I got
Probably
my
fair.
own life to worry about here.
Hey, you got some toe straps back there. Buckle yourself in yourself. Got some
Back
tires
as a
too.
kid, you
Leading the
were
way.
doing moonies off the top of a lighthouse. Should be nothing for you. Did you get old?
And
Okay, I sees what the one that sees in you here, but
Hey,
like
pull over, you bums.
seriously,
I need to get your insurance.
he's shouting. We cannot hear him. It's just wind.
and probably exhaust noise.
Yeah, the only window that's open is the middle window in the back, so we can hear Craig.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, so
All we
But
can
you
hear is
guys-
the AMC's exhaust.
You guys are also probably shouting to be heard
Yep.
properly.
Yes. I also want to believe that Anne doesn't even realize she hit the car. She thought the sound was Craig hitting the other side of her truck.
It gave her some feeling of relief.
hey, honk, honk, honk.
That's
Crap,
fucking
the
good.
horn stopped working. I'm gonna
He
start
doesn't have
flashing
a horn.
headlights.
He doesn't have a horn. He's too poor for
No.
a horn.
So there's a
What?
yeah. So there's 3 truck seats 3.
Anne does not stop. You're not the police. She's not
Yeah.
stopping. You're not a cop.
Let me see if I can pull ahead of these bums.
She's no stranger to roid rage. Not roid rage. Road rage.
Okay, you're trying
Whoa.
to pull
Character
ahead.
development.
I gotta try to pull ahead.
I want you to roll act under pressure.
Act under pressure. Alrighty, here we go.
So that's plus cool.
Carl, what's your character's name?
Chad.
Chad.
Ed Simpleton.
Chad?
Plus cool. 0. Plus cool. So that's it. It's a 5.
Continuing the streak of poor rolls.
All right.
I run
So-
off a pitch or something like that.
No, but you definitely don't pass them. What you do manage to do though is accidentally fucking rear end them.
Hey! Ah, damn it! How many headlights do I have left now? Do I have to roll like a D4?
And my truck is way more of a tank than your rinky-dink four-wheel
Right.
drive.
Your
Yeah.
car, the front of your car is a little crushed.
Ah, damn it!
I'm just holding on for dear life at this
Just
point.
like hitting that damn moose again. Holy
You
crap.
likely noticed that one.
Yeah.
We would notice that one.
You probably heard Craig yelling his fucking head off when a car rear ends the truck he's in.
Ugh.
God, this town is fucking crazy. What the hell is wrong with you people?
He
Do you know who the hell is chasing us, or what is this guy?
is that the pizza light on top?
It's
Did we just get
Is
ra-
that-
the pizza man.
Is that Domino's?
Did we just get hit by a pizza guy?
yeah, and he
So
looks
do you
pissed.
have one of those pizza signs on the roof of your car?
Yeah. It says pizza.
Pizza?
Just pizza.
I-
29
Elliot
minutes.
looks at
29 minutes or it's free.
Elliot looks at Vex. Did you order a pizza?
No. I think he's,
Shouts
I-
back at Craig.
he seems very agitated.
I'm gonna be completely real. I have absolutely no fucking idea how long it would take you to drive around here.
I think he wants his
Not
$2.
that long. It
Yeah.
doesn't look like that large of a space.
$2.
$2.
This thing looks
Yeah, I think.
like a grill
Oh
on the
boy, that's. Ooh. I'd say
so
probably 15, 20
she
minutes.
won't stop. She will give the middle finger.
Can't
Keep
stop,
going.
Won't stop.
All right.
bastards.
She doesn't. She knows we're on a time crunch. She's not gonna bother with the pizza guy who just rear-ended her. She knows her car's fine.
There is also so there is a road kind of around to where so that people can get to the cottages. There is a road around there. It does end roughly about here.
Don't worry, you can
And
get
becomes
past that.
more of a
There's
it becomes more of a dirt path, like dirt road kind of that you can take to get up to the lighthouse.
He maxes out
not
at 25 miles per hour instead of 50.
They can't get away from me. They've got nowhere to go. That thing can't drive in the water.
So eventually they get to the end of the road. She parks
the paved road.
the car, the paved road. Do we need to go further than that though? No, we don't. We don't actually.
Not by a lot. The road ends about here.
So
the next vehicle move is down here.
We'll slow down so she doesn't wipe out the car. But
just slams the brakes.
She doesn't slam down. She's not that terrible of a driver.
No,
but
I just can imagine.
Is this the car that the pizza guy drives?
Yeah.
That is cool. That's one of those like rally cars, right? For dirt racing
with,
and
like swamp adaptation.
The tire on the top of it flew off when he rear-ended me.
Yeah.
Right.
His pizza sign is hanging on by 3 wires.
I love these kind of cars. Actually, they're really cool.
As well as his mirror. But yeah. Okay, so you slow down.
I don't hop out until we get to where.
I don't know what's up with these guys, but I'm gonna stagger off to, we'll just say, the passenger side. So as soon as they open the door, he's mad enough he's gonna take a door off their truck.
He points a gun at your face.
Oh, sorry, you're gonna take a door off the truck?
You're driving still.
Yeah, if you're trying to run me off the road, I guess.
No,
we're on a dirt road.
This little thing can't run a big truck off the road. He's gonna hang back. He's waiting for an opportunity.
Okay, she's slowing down. Eventually, they'll get to a point where Elliot tells is the right location.
Yeah.
Where she's gonna put her hazard lights
here, but it's
on.
basically somewhere along this area of the beach.
When they get to that place, she's gonna put her hazard lights on.
This is weird.
And slowly slide to a stop.
Chad starts looking around and make sure this isn't like some kind of weird cult ambush or something.
Oh well, no, it definitely is.
When the car stops,
the cult of Bigfoot.
Yeah, when the car. Sorry, what did you say about Bigfoot?
I said about these weird things. The cult of Bigfoot has got to be out here somewhere.
Sorry, I know there's a Bigfoot. I've
right
seen
here.
it out here. God damn it! Don't you fuck with that. But yeah, when we stop, Elliot's gonna grab his gun off the rack, step out of the passenger side if you're taking off that door. So you better be careful, boy.
Now, for Christ's sake, none of you guys committed violence before. This is the part where we team up on the bad guy. Like, seriously here.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Like a freaking water monster out there. Oh, yeah, pizza guy. There's like a water monster or something.
Guys, it's just Chad.
He's got moxie.
It's Chad.
This far over.
It's just
He's got moxie.
Sorry, so Chad, yeah, you pull up.
Chad's kind of like the bus driver from The Simpsons.
Yeah. Whoa, dude.
You hit my mirror, man. What's up with that? You ain't gonna stop. That's not very nice. Now you busted my headlights too. I'm with your rear bumper.
That was on you, and you know it.
You can't prove a thing. You don't have like a camera in that thing.
Say if we're both alive for the next hour or two, we can drag race. You're gonna lose.
What are you talking about? We're both alive. It's just freaking a fishing village.
As you two argue a little bit, you are interrupted by a scream.
Yes, she runs.
Yeah.
Delivery.
Elliot goes straight for the grotto.
I'm at 28 minutes.
Wait for the sound.
No, you've delivered your pizza. You're good.
Yeah.
I got multiple pizzas in here.
Jesus, how many people in this fucking town ordered pizza? Well, anyway, somebody's fucking screaming.
Somebody's screaming. Elliot's running.
She
I say,
is
come
gonna
on,
grab
come
her
on,
gun and go.
Chad. This should be interesting.
All right, well, yeah, it's closing time anyways. Fuck it. This sounds interesting. I'll give it a shot.
So
He
there's
pulls
like
out
the tree line because
some
there's like
music.
the dirt path. There's a dirt path, and then there's trees between the dirt path and the beach. So when you break through the tree line, you see. 1 second, let me look for the thing that I'm looking for.
We see.
You see. Well, the first thing you see is a woman. She's a young woman, probably about mid-20s. This is, by the way, middle of the day. I do want to point out.
Yep.
All right.
It's a woman. She's in yeah. She's clearly dressed for the beach. She's in a bathing suit. You can see a towel, like a beach towel laid out, and an umbrella, and a book that has been kind of tossed to the side. She's the only one out here. This is not a commonly used area of the beach. It's much quieter. More often, the place where David's body actually is probably the most common, like the most used area of the beach because it's close to town and it's a nice big section. This woman is at the beach. Nobody else in sight except for another figure. You see a figure that is human shaped with long, stringy, dark hair, soaking wet, dripping. You see sunken eyes, dark, Ophelia, you recognize these are the eyes that you looked into, and they are now looking. As soon as you pass the tree line, they are looking directly at you.
Where are
Hey,
they?
lady, it's black fly season. You really should use some lotion.
And shoots.
Where are they?
Yeah. Okay, so we're on the beach.
Yeah.
1 second. Let me get down here. Let's zoom in real quick. You guys, jeez. You guys have just passed the tree line, like here.
Okay.
The woman and the ghost are pretty much here, kind of near the edge of the water.
Okay, and is she screaming like in a way that she's like getting her soul taken, or screaming because she saw the creature?
Or being taken by the creature.
She's screaming because the creature is approaching her.
Shooting it.
Well, first, before you guys do that,
roll initiative.
No initiative.
No, there's no initiative. Are any of you assessing the situation, or are you just? I know that Anne is jumping straight to shooting.
Yes.
So is Elliot.
I want to assess
Elliot's
the
jumping straight to
situation.
Okay, I would like you to roll a plus sharp for read a bad situation.
Okay, sharp is just +0, so 6. Another fail.
Does anyone want to help out?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, Craig, roll plus cool.
Okay. God. Oh, just. Holy cow. With the 1.
Sorry, what did you roll? 7?
7, exactly.
Okay. Perfect.
Into the
So
situation.
you get that +1 to push you up to a 7,
Mhm.
Ophelia, so you get a mixed success. Craig, you watch the monster's eyes slide away from Ophelia onto you.
Onto me. Mm.
Yup. You've exposed yourself to danger, to trouble or danger. So read a bad situation. You have a 7 to 9, so you have one question. Questions are: what's my best way in? What's my best way out? Are there any dangers we haven't noticed? What's the biggest threat? What's most vulnerable to me? And what's the best way to protect the victims?
That last one's the one I want to do.
Yeah.
This is
Let's
Craig.
see.
No, this is not Craig. This is Ophelia.
Oh, it's
Okay,
Ophelia.
then yeah,
Yes,
that
Craig
what's
You
the
gave
wanna do
best
the
way?
you the
last?
+1 needed to get that. Sorry, so which one?
What's the best way to protect the victim?
The best way to protect this victim is to get her away from the water as far as you can. Like, get her away from the beach and the water. You need to basically just like get her the fuck out of there. And if you act on the answer that you've gotten, you will get a +1 ongoing while the information is relevant.
Okay.
Ophelia, another thing, real quick, is that you have the sight, right?
Yeah.
With spirits and magical influences.
Yes.
Yeah, you're getting that intensely from this figure.
Okay. So I want to there wasn't anything in the in my moves that were to do with telekinesis, but I kind of wanted to be able to do that. So, but I see that it's in the list of weird moves. Alternative weird moves. Telekinesis.
Hold on. What? Stroke, apparently.
So under alternative weird basic moves, and you scroll down, you get telekinesis.
Okay. What do you want to do with that?
I want to pull her back away from the water. But
Okay.
I don't want to go closer to the water myself.
We will get to that in a minute.
Okay.
Because
but that'll be the move that I use the bonus on.
yes, for sure. So, Anne, you shoot.
Yes, I do.
Roll tough.
Okay. And to help clarify what the motivation for this is, she's not actually trying to hit the monster.
Okay.
She wants to protect the victim by taking the monster's gaze onto her as she rushes forward with her gun. She's shooting wildly, not with intent.
Okay.
So basically, it was one of those warning shots that you do to get attention.
Okay, then you will not be rolling that. If you're not trying to actually hit it. You won't roll. Real quick though, Elliot, are you aiming to hit the monster?
100% shoot straight for the monster.
All right, then I would like you to
Anne
roll.
running forward. I drop
some
to
ass.
a knee, line up the thing, and take a shot.
Then I would like you to roll kick some ass. So roll tough.
Kick some ass.
Quick question, because that even though I rolled where I wouldn't have succeeded, does that count as an XP or not?
The roll succeed. The thing ended up succeeding, I think.
Okay, then so that's a no.
I'm gonna be real. I do not know the answer to that.
Let's just say
11.
That makes sense. I wouldn't get it.
Elliot's not taking any chances.
Okay. Sorry, what did you roll?
11.
Fucking hell yeah. Your shot rings true. Your aim on point. It heads straight there. Hold on, real quick. Let me look something up. The only problem
Oh God! Okay.
with
Yes.
your shot, it rings true. It's great. The bullet passes straight through.
Shit.
And the form flickers where the bullet passes.
Oh.
And I also now have an image that I will show you guys
Dang.
of what you see on the edge of the water.
Oh,
Oh shit.
you know, I I was expecting a little a water man, a water creature. This makes sense.
That is not what Elliot was
Masalka?
It's
expecting.
Pearl.
It is either Pearl or Salka or just a fucking banshee. Ghost
Rocky
fucking
James
thing.
Dio.
She's wearing a nightgown, by the way, so it could be Pearl.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so Anne, you shoot off a warning shot. Elliot, you shoot her, but the bullet passes through. You all see the bullet pass straight through there. Now, Ophelia, you wanted to do telekinesis. That isn't really. Hold on.
Just says roll weird.
Yeah, no. So
Okay.
I'm actually gonna have you just use magic. The extra weird moves, I don't really understand them very well and how they work, so I'm not really gonna use them. But use magic, you will be able to use telekinesis. It's also a weird roll. So yeah, just roll plus weird.
Roll that weirdness, man.
Okay. Do I re-roll them again? That wasn't really a re-roll. There we go. 7 plus 3. So my weird and the extra bonus.
Yes, you do get that plus one.
So
You're
then that
acting
would be
on.
10.
Okay, that
7
is a
plus
total
3.
success. So,
And I'm gonna just say this is just a power I didn't know I had, so I like instinctively reach out to pull her back and do it mentally.
fuck yeah, absolutely. So on a 10 plus, the magic works without issues. Choose your effect. It's not actually one of these necessarily listed, but I'm just going to allow it to be. Hold on, real quick. Let me just
Jack
read.
is charging and grab the girl.
Well, that's
We're
what
all
he.
running. We're all running for it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no. So absolutely no problem. You reach your hand out towards the girl, and she flies back about 6 feet.
Nice.
She is screaming in a different way now. Because all of a sudden something is also behind her.
We got PBR.
Okay. Chad, what do you do? You haven't done anything. Chad and Craig, actually, but neither of you have done something. I guess you helped, actually. You helped Ophelia.
I helped. Yeah.
Yeah.
What I
But
didn't
Chad,
do
you haven't
is
done.
like go in guns blazing, like people probably thought I would.
Yeah?
Good thing
Yeah,
you
we beat you to that
No,
one, bro.
I
I'm actually a
expected he wouldn't.
burglar more than I am like my first instinct is violence, unlike some
Yeah.
other.
Here's the thing,
But-
Anne completely expected you to be a pussy. So
Ah.
Damn bitch. Anyway, Chad, what do you do? They've all done these things. What are you doing?
But like from the very beginning, he wanted to rush in, grab the girl, and drag her away from the ghost.
Fucking absolutely, you can do that. She does go flying 6 feet back, but that just brings her closer to you.
Perfect. That works out good. So this is like a what can go wrong kind of situation.
This is. Hold on. Yeah.
All right.
Yes, absolutely. You charge into immediate danger by just running straight up to this girl.
Right. Hold on, damsel in distress. We're here. We're here.
Whoa! Trips over something.
Yeah. Okay. What do you do? So you get to you get 2 holds, but also I don't really know how 2 of these would affect it. But you can spend your hold to inflict 1 harm, reduce someone's harm suffered by 1, or take +2 forward on an act under pressure roll.
Probably reduce someone else's harm. Can be. Is that something that would be in the future, like this round? How does that work?
I hold on.
Like, is this ghost trying to hurt this girl?
I think.
Yeah, you can hold it while you protect her. You can hold the yeah. So you actually get to pick 2 of these things, I think, but you don't have to use them right away.
Okay. Here you go.
As long as the situation is still like going on.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna go with that. I don't actually know what that
Yeah,
ruling for that is, but that's fine.
That fits the theme.
Yeah, that works. Yeah. Yeah, so you've got the girl and she's looking at you. No fucking clue what's happening at this point.
Get away from that thing. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah, she'll go with you. Fucking absolutely no hesitation. If you start leading her away, she will 100% follow.
Pizza delivery driver's wet dream. Girl in a bikini running to his car. What the hell?
Yeah.
I never said she was in a bikini. I said she was. Did I say she was in a bikini?
You
No, I
said
think
she
I
was
said
dressed for the beach.
Best
Yeah,
trip
okay.
to the beach. Now, of course.
Although it is very 90s teen horror movie though for her to be in a bikini.
100% it is.
Yeah. Lake Huron Beach, so it can either be full of black flies or cold.
Yeah.
That's not true. It can be very nice in Tobermory in the summer.
Yeah. True. Okay.
So
I'm thinking like Lake Superior is like ice, except for Pancake Bay.
yeah. So the ghost is the ghost, the creature, the banshee, the monster, whatever the fuck it is.
Monster of the week.
Starts. The water flows forward up the beach bit, like the tide, like it ebbs and flows as the waves rock onto the shore, and the creature begins to the creature follows the movement of the water as it moves.
So it goes like out towards the tide as the tide goes out, and then forward as the tide comes in. Is that what you're saying?
Like with when the wave, because it's not really the tide, it's like the waves. Like when the waves lap up onto the shore, it moves farther forward.
So
it's basically trying to, and it looks like it's trying to reach you.
Reach us. So does it look like it cannot get further than it currently is at?
It does look like that.
So she's gonna cover Chad and the girl leaving, but she's gonna take pace backwards and put a palm out and just stare at it, trying to figure out what's going on.
One of its arms with its clawed hand, comes forward and points at you.
Was the moose.
He points at me. Do
Points
I
at you, and I
feel something?
want you. Yes, I want you
It's
to
got
make a
all our
roll for me.
numbers
Let me
now.
just find the right tab because I keep fucking losing my shit. Here it is. I want you to roll plus cool.
Cool. All right. An 8.
Okay, that's a mixed success. You feel water in your throat. You choke as if you've inhaled a mouthful of water. You feel this cold feeling spread through your chest. Your lungs feel tight. It spreads across your chest. I want you to take 2 harm. How much armor do you have?
2.
Okay, I want you to take 1 harm. That.
1 entire arm. Goodbye.
1 harm.
Take this
Take 1
arm.
harm. And you are choking on water.
Okay.
Which basically, mechanically, you are going on your next roll. You are going to take a -1.
Okay. So Anne will start coughing and doing like a sort of like the self Heimlich kind of thing, coughing and doing like a trying to displace that, backing up,
Yeah.
kind of shuffling, almost kneeling.
Elliot
You don't even
will-
really need to do the Heimlich. You just cough. You start coughing, and you're gonna cough up water like you just took like a whole mouthful of water, and like you know when you're in the water and you accidentally swallow a bunch of water and you immediately have to like cough it all out. That's basically what Anne is doing now.
Okay. Elliot will go, "Hey, Pearl, over here!" And he'll start running at it, waving his arms. Not obviously pointing his gun at the creature because he already knows his bullet's not going to do anything. But he's got his gun in one hand, waving his arm in the other one, trying to get in the way. Come on, Pearl, leave her alone.
Okay, so you're running forward. How
Yeah.
far forward are you going?
I'm not going to go as far that I'm within grasping distance of the creature near the water, but I'm going to definitely put myself in between its sight and Anne.
It stares at you and tilts its head to the side a little and just watches you.
Pearl, this isn't the right thing.
It just continues to stare at you. Let us real quick. What Ophelia, Chad, and Craig, what are you doing? Anne has just coughed up a bunch of water, and Elliot is running off onto the beach, shouting.
Crap. What's wrong with you? Wait a second, Pearl. Are you the pizza places? You have that first dollar that everyone cherishes and puts on the wall. We have like the first non-delivery like on our bullshit list that we don't deliver. Pearl's that first person. She ordered a pizza with a no-show. Is that her?
Was it in 1961?
Yeah, my mother complained about it for years.
Probably not. Because
Pizza delivery is hereditary.
Pearl died overnight. At some point during the night, the next morning, she was found drowned in the lake by her daughter.
Oh,
Doesn't mean she didn't order pizza that night.
Yeah, she ordered a double sausage and never picked it up.
Can you order pizza in 1961?
Yep,
Yeah, maybe.
so-
No.
I unfortunately
The
no, she would not have ordered pizza.
definitely could have, because that's one of the tropes from 70s porn.
Yeah. And I did do some research.
70s, not
There
60s.
was a pizza place on the peninsula that established in 1948.
I feel
Fuck
like we
yeah.
all just tried to do a job without casing the joint. I think we should get out of here and figure out what's going on
Okay, I want to
before we
just...
attempt anything more serious.
If the
Not too-
creature's trying to do anything else, I want to jinx it.
Let me read what that move does again. Hold on real quick.
So weird, and then
Jinx.
I can, if I succeed, I can hold 1 or 2, and then I can use that to interfere with their action.
We
Yeah.
delivered pizza in a C-30
Sure.
tow truck back then.
Yeah, so roll plus weird.
6 plus 2 is an 8.
Okay, sorry, real quick. Where are you rolling?
It's this little board on the owlbear thing. It says
Okay,
hidden
weird,
roll.
because I'm not seeing your rolls, but I am seeing other people's, so I'm very confused.
I haven't seen
What did you
anybody's
get?
rolls.
They pop up briefly and then go
Oh,
away.
There it
there's
is.
yeah. See, I see
Yeah, I
Anne's.
see Anne's.
I've seen Anne's.
Nice
I've seen.
D20 on 2d6.
Ophelia.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, there
There's
we go.
Ophelia.
Hey,
Okay, I had it on hidden
what-
then, I guess.
What
Okay.
was your original roll?
It was a 6, and add 2 is
8. Or 8. Still 8.
Okay. Yeah. Great. That's
so
a
I
mixed
can
success.
hold 1.
So, yep, that means you get to pick one of the effects.
So I'll interfere with whatever the monster is trying to do.
Okay. You focus your power, your energy towards the creature, and the creature eyes shift away from Elliot to you. And as you use this jinx, you see it physically get like buffeted backwards deeper into the water. And you look at its eyes and it looks furious.
Not today, Banshee.
And Craig, do you want to do anything?
I want to help move these people away from the beach. Make sure
Hell yeah.
no one's near the water. Survivors.
What
and even
specifically?
who's like
Who are you who are you trying to help currently? Or like specifically
Chad,
what is it
you
you're
got
doing?
the swimsuit lady?
Chad's got the girl.
Then I'll take the one who's drowning.
Would be
That'd be
cursing you
Anne.
out if she could.
Yeah. Not doing it for you, thanks.
Yeah, okay. Then you are going to go I don't even know what you would roll for this. Yeah, I mean, there's not really. Just, I'll tell you guys when to roll. Just describe what's happening.
It just happens
What are you
otherwise.
guys doing?
Yeah.
Like, how are you helping Anne? What are you doing?
Well, if the self Heimlich isn't working, I'll do the real one. And otherwise,
It is working. She's basically just coughing up water.
No, he
Okay.
just wants to have an excuse to fling her around.
and don't
Okay,
fly
rough.
yourself, buddy.
It's daylight, so we can see this ghost during the day, right? That's
It's a fully daytime. It's probably like 2:30 in the afternoon, 3.
Wow.
Wow.
a way to don't ghosts like you seen The Exorcist? What about holy water or something like that, guys?
Somebody bless this bay.
There's a
Yeah,
piece
there
of
you
this
go.
we don't know yet. We gotta get out of here, figure out what that piece is, and come back for her. I don't know if you ever fought any of these guys and had it go bad before, but I have.
I
And
got
when
some
it goes
soda
bad,
pops in
it
the car.
sucks.
I got some soda pops, I got a 6-pack of Pepsis that the bottles with the twist off caps. Maybe the ghost won't like that, or maybe it will like that and drink it and go away.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's
she,
a tummy.
she
I'm sure that'll do it.
She shoves Craig off, but gives him a nod and is looking towards the woman as they are running away from this ghost-like figure on the beach. I'm assuming we're leaving.
I want to do one more thing, and
Mhm.
try to use my telepathy on the creature and ask, what does it want?
Okay. Telepathy, you can just
call.
do that, right?
I don't know. I'm just telling you what I want to do,
Yeah.
as you said.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I just was looking at it. Roll a manipulate someone, a charm.
Okay, charm.
Basically, you're trying to convince this thing to tell you what it wants.
I am not good with the charm, but even with a -1, I got a 9.
Okay, that's a mixed success. So, mixed success. Still do it while you're doing something right now. Actually. You hear. I don't even know if it would be a voice. You hear something. You feel something. And it is just one word. Justice.
That's my baby's name, you
Mm.
bitch. Sorry.
Do I get the sense
And-
that it's after her child?
No.
Or the concept of justice? Okay.
Or revenge
and
on
she's
specific people.
she's still staring at you.
Hey,
And
does her outfit look like the one we saw in the newspaper article?
It is the picture that I sent is what it looks like.
But I mean, when we saw that of the
I
woman
don't.
who
There was
died
no
in the
picture.
70s?
There was no picture
Or 60s?
in the of the outfit. Like there was no picture of her body.
Okay. But does she look like the person if she wasn't all like freaky looking?
Well, that I don't know.
I couldn't
Pearl
tell.
did have Pearl. You wouldn't really be able to tell because she looks very much like. It looks like something that's been in the water for a long time. It's
Sorry,
very.
Does she have a resemblance to the pearl that they saw in the news articles in the library?
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Yeah. So
Well, we didn't see her is the problem. We just read words about her.
no, you would have seen a picture of.
You might have seen a
Pearl at
photograph.
some
Picture.
point.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Okay.
But the only thing really that's recognizable at all on this creature is that both this creature and Pearl had long dark hair.
And wearing a lingerie.
Nightgown, but yeah.
A nightgown.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yes. You would have seen a picture of the nightgown. You don't know what the nightgown looks like. You just know that she was wearing a nightgown.
I will also say then,
This creature, though, it looks like something that has been in the water for a long time. It is got like slightly like shriveled, like when you're in the bath for too long and you start
Surely.
wrinkling. Yeah, it's kind of that.
She's got the prune hands.
And it looks. She's kind of got the prune everything.
Prune everything.
So did
And-
we read that the body was recovered or missing or what?
You
Yes,
could really use some
So I
ocean-
will
or-
say into
the
her.
body was recovered.
I'll use
Okay.
telepathy again to say, "Are you Pearl Fulton? Who do you want justice from? Who killed you? Who killed Laura Palmer?"
Do we need to bring in OPP?
Are you still moving?
I'm moving with the group, but I'm still trying to communicate.
Okay.
Also,
From a
OPP means
distance.
something different in this campaign setting. It's literally the Ontario Provincial Police.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You do not get a response from the creature on that question.
Okay.
That's a
Yeah,
body.
you just keep feeling the word justice.
Who would get a priest? Would a priest do it?
Okay, are you all moving back, like quickly back to like the
Yeah,
car?
Yeah.
Once I
Dumb
see that,
because he has no idea what the hell's going on.
yeah, once I see that Anne has been pulled away and the other person has been pulled away, Elliot will stop moving towards and start backing away.
Okay. So, okay, what do you guys do? Keep going.
We need information. We need to
If
figure
you guys
out
can. Sorry, go ahead.
how to fight this thing. And I don't know it. Obviously, you don't neither.
I'll tell them.
Well, what does it even want?
I'll tell
Like,
them.
why is it even here?
It wants justice. I believe it's Pearl, and her spirit or something has been trapped in the lake because where she drowned.
Why the hell did she kill a grandpa?
Well, ain't that a great question? And her family moved away.
Yeah,
Don't
and
know
why
if
is
he
she
mentioned
going
that
after a
before, but,
swimmer? That doesn't make sense. Somebody
Well, if it's
sitting on the
like
beach
all the
reading a
other
book.
horror movies, then you gotta kill the thing that killed her. Right?
Is her husband even still alive?
I don't think
Great
it's
question.
him.
Who killed you,
I think it
woman?
might be something else.
Hey. And Anne's talking to the woman that we pulled away because she's with us.
Mhm.
Did that thing say anything to you? Touch you? Do nothing?
I don't. It just appeared, and it didn't say anything. It looked at me with these eyes that.
Just out of curiosity, what's your name?
Yeah, and who your
What?
mommy and daddy?
Just asking your name. That's all.
Amber.
Amber, what?
Amber Jennings.
Hmm.
I didn't use the last name, did I?
So he looked at you like, what does it look at you like? Is it?
It's not a Fulton.
looked-
It's not a Roberts.
Do
Is
we
this a
recognize
kid or
Amber?
is this like a? Oh yeah, you said 20 something, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's in her
20s.
mid-20s.
Right.
So that's Anne's 20 something. I think I said what?
Yeah.
24 or 26, somewhere around there. So is she around Anne's age?
Yeah, she's around Anne's age.
Do I know her from high school or something like that? Do I know this girl?
No, you don't.
You a
She
tourist?
Yeah, you new in town?
I'm
so it's
I'm just What? It looked at. It just looked at me like it wanted something.
Maybe it did.
It kept. It was just reaching towards me.
Like what? Like a bowling team and a bunch of chicken wings, or what?
Look,
No,
sometimes in
I felt.
life, there are scary people who are going to look at you like they want something. And you can
Let her
either
explain.
bow down and give them what they want, or you can be brave and resist. And it doesn't always work out either way. But if you do resist, if you do tell us what was going on there, we got the best chance we got of like maybe settling this score. Or you could just roll over. Maybe you want to hide what you were thinking, but then we got no chance at all. So maybe you do the good thing here and you tell us what you think was going on.
What?
Yeah, that was a bit tough, Craig. Are you a dipshit?
Sorry.
She looks.
Sometimes,
Honestly, she's kind of stopped panicking because she looks fucking baffled.
She's trying to figure it out.
you gotta tell us what's going on. Don't be afraid.
I get that
I'm gonna
look all
try
the
and
time, but
I'm
usually
gonna
I
try
give
and read her
notification,
thoughts.
give me $10 and we call it even.
I'm gonna try and read her thoughts at this moment.
Her thoughts are pretty fucking jumbled at this point. Mostly she's just trying to figure out what Craig was asking of her. But you do, if you delve in, you do see. I will give you that. Hold on. I make you roll something. Let me just look.
So we can.
Uh-oh. Make this rule, dude.
I'm baffled.
No, I'm just gonna tell you. She felt like something was gripping her lungs. Like
You saying
something.
one of our pizzas.
Something was gripping her lungs.
Like something had reached in and
But why? Why go after her?
grabbed onto her lungs. Because I don't. What the fuck was that?
Are
Did
you
piss it off?
are you
Did you
any way related to somebody named Fulton as a last name?
Fulton? No, I don't know. No, not that I'm aware of.
Is that just out of curiosity? Is that 100% true? Just because I can tell if she's lying?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is true. I just
Amber, do you live around here? Are you on a trip or something?
yeah, I came here to, I want to be a writer. I came here to work on my book.
What's your book about?
Ghosts.
Ghosts. Tell me about it.
Oh, well, it's about ghost hunters. What do you want
How do you
to
hunt?
know about
How
it?
do you
Elliot
how do you hunt
Snickers.
a ghost? They're see-through. They're nothing. How do you hunt a ghost?
Well, ghosts. You've gotten her attention with this. She was very much a little bit more intrigued.
Okay,
I'm gonna assume you
sorry,
guys are in the car, by the way, like
gonna say,
shoved in the truck
yeah.
or whatever.
we're in the truck,
Um,
but I'm taking a look
we're
back to
far
see
across.
where's the ghost.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, what's the
Where's the
ghost doing?
ghost? Elliot hasn't lost sight
You
of
guys
the
can't see there
ghost.
anymore.
Yeah, we can't see it.
No,
It's
if
too
you
Okay,
guys
far
are
away.
having this conversation, I'm assuming you guys have fucked off.
Yep.
Oh yeah, but Elliot was basically backing away towards where everybody else was, keeping his eye on the ghost
Do you
to
want to
make
see
sure he
what it
knew
did?
where it
It
was.
didn't move. It just stayed there.
Okay, that's perfect.
Can't leave the water.
Okay. Yeah. So, I'm assuming you guys have like driven off a little way and then parked, so you guys can have like an
Sure.
actual conversation
A great assumption.
without shouting through like an open window or whatever.
Do you
Okay.
have to? So, guys, clue me in on all this stuff.
Chad,
because,
Chad. One
What?
second. I'm talking.
You are?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, okay.
I've been kind of reading about ghosts, but basically they're you can't really hit a ghost with, normal weapons. You
Saw
need
that.
to find ghosts are weak to things depending on the legend. Like sometimes it's things like holy water, or although that's typically more vampires. Salt and iron typically hurt ghosts. And there's some legends where if you can hurt the ghost with one of these things, these weaknesses that they have, it forces them into a more corporeal form.
Can
I got iron.
do what? Study ghosts, or you had you had ghosts in your childhood, or what? Just like
No,
What gives?
I've just been reading a lot about like legends and ghost research, for
mm,
my book.
why are you here then? Is there a legend that you know of?
No, there's no particular legend specifically. It's nice here.
I wonder
I
if
was looking for
maybe the
somewhere to
So-
people
go
don't
away
like
and
to get
write.
caught on fishhooks.
So let me just get this straight. Now you're telling me that you just decided to come out to this beach to hang out and
Well,
read a book that you're
Write a
writing
book.
on. No, she had a book there. Now
she was
maybe
reading. She was reading a
whether
book. She was doing some
that's what I
research.
thought. You're
Well, she was
reading
reading
a
a book.
book,
You don't know what book she was reading.
doing research, and your
Well,
field is how to ghosts and how to combat it. And you just so happen to encounter a ghost. Now, I'm just gonna say that seems a little bit weird to me. Like, there's a
well, I mean,
certain point where coincidence and circumstance are just, different things, but this just sounds intertwined to me. Why were
well,
you specifically on this beach doing that? It's
I mean,
not just because
this
it was a nice
beach
place.
wasn't really that specific. I mean, I wanted to originally. I wanted to, go. I was just gonna go sit on the main beach area, the Singing Sand, but it was really busy, and there was people tossing balls around, and I just couldn't focus, so I wandered down the beach, and I figured I'd stop down here since the grotto is not too far, and I've heard that it's pretty cool and kind of haunted
So
feeling.
So now you're saying that the reason you're here is because you felt the grotto is haunted, is that right?
Well, no, mostly it's just people. I mean, people will claim pretty much anything is haunted.
Well, I understand, but you're telling me that you're a ghost hunter. I'm just trying to get caught up on this. You basically,
Whoa!
we jumped
Sorry,
to your rescue, lady, because you were being
Sure.
attacked by a ghost, and you're a ghost hunter, or you're writing a
I
book
am
about
not.
ghost hunting.
Whoa, I am
You're
not a
writing a
ghost
book
hunter.
about ghost hunting.
I'm writing a fiction book about ghost hunting.
Ugh.
Being
You say,
very
does iron hurt
fishy.
these things?
Yeah, according to some legends, iron
I got a sledgehammer.
Mm.
See?
made of iron.
Of course. What else are they
I
made
guess
out of? They're not made out of wood, right? It's not a croquet mallet.
Probably a steel for
I
a
don't
lot of
know.
parts, but
Steel.
a little more
Uh,
solid
I
than
don't know,
iron.
man. I
well,
I'm
I know
writing a romance
cars.
novel. They just happen to be ghost hunting, and I like research.
Oh, geez.
So I've read a lot about ghost hunting. I was not trying to find a ghost.
Apparently,
Quite
you
frankly,
were
I'd
the
much
wrong
prefer not
person.
finding a ghost.
You were the wrong person in the wrong place at the wrong time, young lady. I would suggest that you go away from here and you stay away from the water.
But before you do that,
Yeah.
you got family locally by any chance, or a history in this town?
My parents have vacationed here before, but pretty much it. Normally we'd kind of keep going ahead to Tobermory, but I always thought this place seemed cute.
Got any junk cars around here?
Dad, what's
What?
wrong with you?
Yeah. Oh, you iron, right? Yeah, you question whether the sledgehammer is
Yeah.
iron, but I know like a a brake rotor or a brake drum, those are iron. So you can club somebody with one of them.
Beat somebody to death
I
with a
guess.
break.
Amber is staring at you a little bit. She's like, I mean, sure. I don't know. I don't know anything about cars.
No.
And then I
as
guess
if
you'd
there's
have
any
to
junk
say
cars laying
something
around.
like, put on the brakes or something like that.
Ophelia?
What was the name of the cop last session? Does anybody remember that?
Yep, sure do. Cop last section was
Peter Wilkins. Okay, there we go. Yeah.
Wilkins.
Oh, my
yeah.
man, Peter Wilkins. I love him.
I remember Peter when he was still in high school, that boy. He's a good kid. Not like Craig.
Yeah, Bucky, he was a friend of mine when I was in elementary.
2 sides of the track. That's all right. No judging.
All right.
Clearly.
Pissing contests. Love them.
So there's a junk car. I can go harvest a bit from it, and I can bring the bits back. You guys know this more than I do.
We've had Amber. I'm very sorry that you had to deal with this sort of thing, and I'm glad that at least someone was nearby to, get in the way.
So like, you guys think that was like a real ghost?
Yeah, probably.
Do you not think it was a real ghost?
I mean, I don't know. That's crazy.
You know what? If you don't believe it's a real ghost, that's for the best.
I mean, it moved you with its mind.
I would keep on
Yeah,
heading down
totally
the
did
road to
that.
where you wanted to be, not stay here.
She is kind of staring off in the direction that you guys came from.
Ghost was?
Like, yeah.
I'll sort of turn her towards me and just sort of look right at her and go, "You don't want to go back there."
These are not the ghosts you're looking for.
No, but
Nope. Let's just think about this. If we weren't there, we already know that that ghost has pulled somebody else off their boat and drowned them. Do you want to be like that?
no.
No, you do not want to be like that. So listen, little girl, this is your chance. You've been given a second chance at life. Take it. Go somewhere else. Write your book away from the water. Become famous. Become a lot of things, but do not go back there because it's only going to be a bad end.
Okay, Elliot. I want you to roll. Manipulate somebody.
Oh, okay.
So a charm roll.
A charm. I can do a charm. Come on, charm. Dice roll, please. 2d6. Oh dear. 3 didn't work.
Wow. Double ones.
She...
Sure you don't want to luck that?
Oh, can I luck this? I'll luck this.
Yeah, you can. You can use luck point.
Certainly. Hey, let's use luck.
Make it a 12.
Okay, so what do I do
that's
with
a
luck?
complete success.
You just make it a 12.
Yeah, so that makes it a 12. That
That's
makes
a
it a complete
12.
success. Mm-hmm.
She believes me 100%.
Yeah. You see Her shoulders kind of sag. Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, okay, but if you guys, she pulls out. Actually, no, she doesn't have shit. She goes,
I'll tell
do
you
any of
what.
you have like a piece of paper or like a
I go, yeah. I'll tell you
pen?
what. If
I have a notebook.
if we figure this out, we'll let you know, and you can put it in a book. Just do
Yes.
not come back and go to the water.
Okay, absolutely. Hold on. Let me and if you hand her like a piece of paper for your notebook or whatever and a pen, she's gonna scribble down an address. She goes, okay, this is where I'm staying. When you guys are done figuring out whatever, I want to hear everything about it because I think I'm changing I don't think my book is gonna be about. This is so much more interesting.
Romance.
And what aren't you gonna do?
I will not go back to the beach.
You're not gonna
I'm
go
going to go
anywhere near
back
the water
to
around
my
here, right?
I am going to go back to my Airbnb. I'm going to sit down with my computer and I'm going to write
This is the 90s.
about
She's
what
a
happened.
computer?
Oh yeah, I guess not.
You don't have
The
computers
I
nineties.
keep forgetting it's the 90s and I decided that.
Yeah, you
hotel
said
sit down.
I heard you say Airbnb before you said it, and that's why I said it first, and I just laughed when you went
Yeah.
with it.
It's just a regular
So
bed and
good.
breakfast.
electric typewriter.
Oh.
Go back
yeah,
to your
so,
bed
okay,
and breakfast. We had those back in the day.
Yeah.
sorry, her motel. She's staying in a motel. There's a motel.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Motel 6.
She's staying in a motel. She goes, I'm gonna go back to my motel. I'm gonna take my notebook. I'm gonna write down everything that happened today. And then I'm gonna take a shower and I might cry a little.
That's a great idea.
Oh, if you guys, anyway, she'll hand you the address for her motel. And she'll go, if you guys do end up going back to there, if you could grab my stuff, that'd be really great.
Yeah, fair.
You bet,
Sure.
little lady.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Cool.
Yeah, that's totally her computer.
Before you go, you said you felt something in your lungs.
Well, it wasn't in my lungs. It felt more like something had grabbed onto them.
Ah, I've got it. Okay, thanks.
Okay. Can I get like a ride closer to town?
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah,
no
yeah.
problem.
Yeah, I got
We're heading
it.
that way
I
anyway.
I walked
I would
along
go
the
in a
beach.
janky
So
truck.
I probably
You
shouldn't
probably
do
have
that.
more room in the pizza wagon over there.
Yeah, sure.
He
Yeah, well,
in my
frankly,
car.
you done riding in the back of this thing yet either, so
Yeah, mine
I'll see
seats
you
four
guys in
actually has
town.
4 seats in it.
I mean, she'll look at
And
Chad and she'll
windows.
go, I mean, yeah, sure. You saved my life.
Yes,
You
I
could do
did.
better. Amber, you could do better.
Jeez.
Ophelia rolls her
30.
eyes.
Yeah,
He's
and she
30-something.
will follow Chad to his car to take a lift.
Jeez.
Oh,
Well
shit.
done, Chad.
She while
Is it the Chad? It's the Chad.
when she's following Chad, she's gonna take off like her flannel and like, hey, you put this on.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Yeah, she'll pull your flannel on.
Yeah.
So she is wearing, by the way, she was definitely wearing a bikini top, but she also definitely had like the cover that you'd wear like a kind of
Or something
skirt.
like that.
Yeah.
No, like
Yeah,
where
yeah.
like you have a bikini bottom, but you have kind of like a skirt
You bet.
tied around the waist.
Wrong.
Yeah. Yes, sarong. That's correct. That's what she's wearing. So she's pretty. She feels pretty good about pulling on your flannel to cover her bikini top.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All of you, I guess. Thanks.
Chad would keep his eyes out the window. He'll be a gentleman ish.
Well, she's covered.
Yeah, she's covered now. She's not, nothing's
There's
bad.
nothing to look at. F you.
Okay, so where do you guys go?
We are gonna drop her off at her hotel or a motel. Then
Actually, she asks you to drop her off at the Pagonia Cove home video and occult shop. She wants to
okay,
find another book about ghosts.
all right. While we're there, I might as well pick up some weird ghost salt or something.
You know what? I was just gonna say, let's go to the supermarket. We could just get salt for like half the price of that occult store. Just salt.
We're supporting small businesses.
Hey, for some
Uh,
bookings, I could really use some Full Metal Jacket 9mm rounds, if you know what I mean.
well, I don't. I'll just say, Craig. Now, I just took my rifle, fired straight through. I don't think your Full Metal Jacket, nothing's gonna do nothing to this thing.
It might not, but
They're
that's
saying
got
iron.
iron in it.
They're saying iron would do something.
Well, I thought there might have been iron in my hunting rifle shots, but maybe not.
No.
I
you
googled
gotta
what
get them
bullets are made of, and they are
rounds.
not made of iron.
Not usually.
No.
I googled it. They're made of
Yeah, I
lead,
was gonna say.
usually lead alloys and steel.
Yep.
Copper.
Something
And
makes
copper.
a mess when it hits things.
I'm telling you, man. You just got to find a junky car and just take the brake drums off it. Those are iron. A big club. Big round club. You can hit people with it.
Right.
Okay.
Not that I have
Are you
experience with that.
guys going
Cuffs.
to go anywhere? Are you going to talk to anybody? Are you going to?
Well, we could go to the occult shop where we drop her off and ask, just sort of, hey, what would you guys do to stop ghosts?
So on the other side of the occult shop is interesting because it is part occult shop and part home video store. So
Of course, Friday the 13th
there are tons of VHS tapes along one of the walls.
Hey, look, they got Porky's here.
They've got a sign. There's a little sign that basically is like explains how it's like organized, which is basically just like alphabetical. It's not very well organized. It's kind of a mess. The other parts of the shop, so that's one wall basically is full of VHS tapes, like absolutely full of them. Next to the VHS tapes, there's like a spinner rack with candy, like snacks in it.
Oh yeah.
The rest of the
Because
store,
every occultist needs snacks.
Kind of candy.
what kind of candy? I don't know, nerds. Like the kind of candy that you'd find in a movie theater.
Nuts. Salted
Can't-
nuts.
Can't
Probably.
hunt vampires on low blood sugar.
On the rest of the store is one of the most like gothic things that you've like. It's extremely and like it's got it's dark wood and painted like with like ornate gothic style cabinets and counters and things like that.
I'll
Full
look
of
over at Vexy and go,
all sorts of
these
weird shit.
friends of yours?
Ophelia would definitely have spent some time here, but I don't
I
know
would
how
think so.
much she would like but I don't know about the people running at House Fields. There is so let me just finish real quick with the rest of the story.
Sure.
It is and there's full of like the counters are absolutely covered in knickknacks and weird things. Like there's like a you know
A
how there's always
paddywhack?
like that weird what?
Knick-knack paddywhack?
You know how there's always like that weird hand? And you're like, hey, why is there a
course.
fucking hand in here?
The
Yeah.
The hand of Vecna is in every goth occult
Yeah.
store.
Yeah.
Vecna.
There is
it.
bookshelves full of books, which is where you can see Amber kind of browsing.
It's the book of Cthulhu.
She's like clearly kind of you can see they're kind of organized by like creature type.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Sure. Why
There's
not?
dogs, there's cats.
There is a smaller bookshelf that's full of what looks to be like kind of beaten up paperback horror novels. And there is the counter with the cash, and behind the counter there is two people, two men in probably their late 20s. One of them is like basically the most goth person that you've ever seen. White makeup,
Nice.
Goth, right?
dark hair, dark clothes, eyeliner.
Depressed look on his face.
Absolutely. Honestly, first glance, he definitely looks like a vampire. The other guy is got big glasses, plaid shirt, unbuttoned over a t-shirt. Basically just like fucking nerd.
Urkel?
Not so much Urkel, but more like video game nerd. Like he's got like a t-shirt with like some
Atari.
movie poster or something on it. And
Atari t-shirt.
Hmm?
An Atari t-shirt.
No, probably some sort of like movie poster.
Star Wars
yeah.
shirt.
And he's sure. It's a Star Wars shirt. And he's chatting very like excitedly to the other man behind the counter.
Listening to what they're saying. What's so exciting?
If there's another goth in town, then I would know them.
Yes, you would have definitely been to the store. You know that the two men behind the counter who are late 20s. There is the goth who is Oliver, and the other guy is Shane. They moved. Ophelia, you would know when this store opened. It has not been around very long. It's only been here for probably like 4 or 5 years.
Something interesting happened when that
It's the
opened.
Pizza Hut combination store. One's goth, the other one likes movies. They're gay. They made a movie thing together. Yeah.
There are competitions, speaking
Or
of
the
pizza.
Clippy Brothers. I can't assume just because I am.
I also realized that you have a wife. It definitely was not legal for gay marriage at the time, but also
Yeah.
this is my world and I get to do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
She could just call her wife. It doesn't actually have to be like completely.
Yeah, but also it's
official.
my world and I
Yeah.
get to do what I want in it. And
Fair.
I want lesbians. So
Alternate
anyway,
Well, I mean,
history.
they could be lesbians even without being married. They just call each other wife.
Oh, yeah, trust
Yeah,
me. They existed for a while.
Yeah.
I had
yes,
lesbian
I'm aware.
friends that were couples back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a
Same.
lesbian aunt, so like I know, but like, just saying, I want them to be married. It's my world, and
Nothing
I
wrong
get
with
to
that.
decide.
Awesome.
100%. Do it.
If they want to be
Then
married,
they
then they
are.
can be married.
They are.
Anyway, so Shane and Oliver are the two men behind the counter. You wanted to know what they were talking about?
Yeah.
Honestly, Shane is describing in extreme detail a comic book that he read.
Which one?
Oh no.
Goddamn comic books were out in 1995.
X-Men.
You had to say it.
X-Men.
Avengers. The big ones. They're all there.
They've been
There's
around
like a
since
very
the
specific
50s.
comic that I really want to have been out in the 90s, but I don't think it was, and I'm annoyed about it.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No. What year is this?
Um,
How many years?
Do you think we need another episode of
Whatever.
this? Because it's getting late.
Yeah,
Probably.
it probably is gonna be the fight. You guys honestly are all, pretty much
I
on your
wasn't
way.
full metal jacket rounds because they have iron in them. They're illegal in Canada, but the cops have them.
Anyway, they're arguing
Only
about
the
they're
cops
they're
can afford
talking.
this.
He's telling him in great detail about the Captain America comic he read. We're gonna go with that.
Okay.
I love that.
Alright.
And Oliver is not. He doesn't look uninterested, but he's definitely kind of just like nodding along.
Oddly enough, the first, just to toss that in there, North Star would be the first comic in the 90s that had a gay marriage.
I am
Oh
aware
yeah,
of this.
that's right.
There was no gay marriage in the 90s. That happened later, but he was gay.
So sure it happened in 93. But anyways, I grew up.
Oh, did he get the marriage was in 93? That's crazy. I thought it was later than that.
Yeah.
I thought it was like 2012.
No, oh no. First gay marriage in comics, 93. North Star Comics.
Nice. Fuck yeah. No, I knew he got gay married. I just wasn't. Alpha Flight,
Yeah, there you
Canadian superhero.
go. Go Canada.
I collected Alpha Flight.
Fucking went to the completely unrelated, but I went to the Toronto Comic Arts Festival the other week, and the guy who created Captain Canuck was there. That was cool.
Really? That's kind of awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty dope. Anyway, yeah. So you guys are in the store. What do you do?
So, guys, just out of curiosity, what do you got on ghosts here?
Oliver looks at you and goes, "What don't we have on ghosts here?"
Well, actually, I have to say, now I haven't been in your shop, so the whole reason I'm asking is because I have no idea.
Oh, I mean, he motions towards where Amber's looking through books. And he goes, "Got books. What do you want to know about ghosts?"
So let's say you have a ghost and you want to get rid of it. You got a book on that?
He kind of stares at you, and Shane is going to speak up and he goes, "Well, we have a lot of books on how to get rid of ghosts, but it depends. Like, what kind of ghost is it? Is it a poltergeist? Is it like
Well, I don't know. Let's just say it's a water
tell?
ghost.
Yeah, how can you tell?
A ghost that
Well-
wants to be avenged. That's a standard kind of trope ghost. Dude, come on. You guys should know what I'm
Oh.
talking about now.
Okay, a ghost looking for vengeance, huh?"
Yeah.
Justice, not vengeance.
Justice.
But yeah, probably
Okay.
vengeance. But you said
Okay.
justice.
Okay. What kind
He's got
of like
big vengeance vibes.
and then Shane is suddenly going to kind of perk up a little and lean forward. He goes, "Is this about that body they found the other week?"
No, nothing about that. We're just sort of having a bit of a squabble between the group of us. We're just trying to,
No,
figure
actually,
out
it
what-
is.
God darn it. Okay, fine, whatever.
Ghost pulled his lungs out, something like that.
I've been Oliver and I've been poking around a little bit on that, doing a lot of reading because this ain't the first drowning.
That's true. And chances are, if we're going to be all transparent, like the ghost that we're dealing with here is Pearl Fulton. Fulton.
Fulton.
Probably.
So if, let's say, you two were to be interested in this and want to help out, and if you could think of how we could bring Pearl's ghost the justice it needs to go away, now that would be a thing. So what do you guys say? You got a book on that? Got an
He
idea?
is before Shane opens his mouth to say something, and Oliver steps forward and goes, "How do we know we can trust you?" What do
Because
you?
we came
I
in your
say
shop?
he's with me.
Oh, hey, Ophelia. How's it going, Vex?
I'm good. Sort of. There's some weird stuff going on right now.
Okay. He's gonna look at where Amber is looking at the ghost books, and he's gonna go, all right, show him. And Shane's going to pull out a binder from under the desk, under the counter, and he's gonna flip it open, and inside are photocopies of a bunch of old newspaper articles, like you guys would have gotten and looked at.
Mm.
You could photocopy in the 90s, correct?
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So he's gonna flip through and he goes, y'all talking about Pearl Fulton, but between that was 30, that was almost 40 years ago. There's been other drownings since that. Flip through. So he's flipping through it and he goes,
This in this town?
yeah. I'll remember, not too many, not enough to necessarily be suspicious, but you know, in 1968, a guy was found drowned.
61, 68.
68. He was found drowned. And you know
The
how
other?
the body recently was missing the intestines and
Mm-hmm.
liver?
That's weird.
This guy, 1968, stomach gone.
But drowned.
Drowned. No stomach.
Same as Robert, or same as David.
Burst.
We got no stomach for this work.
Yeah, Joe.
Oh,
1970.
he really
Seven?
is Xander.
Sorry,
1977.
1977?
No one found drowned necessarily, but local guy went out fishing. Denver came back.
Oddly enough, I'd
Let
already
me
typed
guess
that down.
what's next.
Sorry,
1986.
1 second.
Mm.
Okay,
One moment,
repeat what you were
please.
saying.
She just kind of says, let me guess what's next. 1986.
Wrong. 1984.
Oh man, all these great years.
Yeah.
Guy,
Helen, man.
they found a lady.
Oh, not found. Maybe
It's
not a
hard to
guy.
tell. No, found a lady. She drowned, but some sort of animal had gotten to her. They couldn't really. She'd been torn apart, but they never found her heart.
Drowned and then animal. Usually animals will go
What an
for
animal? Like on land.
they're non-specific.
Like
Okay, so
towing a pot
what
in the
you're
water
what
or
you're
towing a
doing,
pot on land.
what you're doing is you're telling us some stuff that happened in the past. But the whole thing is we're here because we're not asking about the past. We're saying if, let's say, this was done by a ghost. Don't care who it was, whether it's Pearl or anyone else. If this was done by a ghost, how would you go about getting rid of said ghost that's looking for justice, regardless of who it is that? Because, like, if you're talking 1968, chances are the people they're looking for justice for don't even exist.
I will point out that at this point in time, 1961 was only like 35 years ago.
Yes, I know. No, I thought aren't we in 25?
No?
No, we're in
Oh,
1995.
95.
Oh, we're
90s.
95.
Yeah.
Sorry. Playing a different campaign. We're playing this age right now.
Anyway, so he goes, well, I mean, if you want to know what kind of ghost it is, usually it's good to like know what their goal is.
Well, we already know it's looking for justice. So we
And
got the
Yeah,
goal.
but
So what's
organs.
what does it perceive as justice?
well, what I'm getting,
Um,
Oliver is gonna plop a book down on the table, and he's gonna go. It's called a collector ghost. It's trying to. I don't know exactly what it's trying to do, but missing organs, different pieces. If this ghost is trapped in the water, it needs a way out. If the thing it's seeking justice from won't come near near the water, it needs to get out of the water.
Are you saying it's building a body to get out of the place it's stuck in?
He kind of shrugs. He goes, "I think it's what it's trying to do."
Horrifying.
Why? Why wouldn't it just take one of the many bodies that it's got that it's potentially taken? Just take
I don't know.
one
Maybe
body at one time.
I don't know. Maybe it tried.
Some kind of Frankenstein thing going on, you know?
Yeah, man. I don't know, but you said um and Shane's gonna interrupt because Oliver looks a little annoyed. Though he usually does. And but Shane's gonna interrupt and he's gonna go, so y'all think this has something to do with Pearl Fulton, the woman who drowned in 61?
Seems to
Possible.
be.
Yeah. How old was she when she drowned?
He quickly flips through his book and he goes,
Newspaper
looks like she
clippings.
was about yeah, his binder, that's the word I was looking for. 30.
Hard to say, but maybe the ghost we saw was in nightwear. This ghost was in nightwear. She was in nightwear apparently when she went missing. Then again, most people that say they see ghosts are wearing bedsheet anyway, so it's still kind of nightwear.
So she found dead by her daughter, looking for justice. And her family moved, right? After.
Mm-hmm. That's what we heard.
Well, yeah. Something like this, collector ghost.
Yeah, glad to hear you say collector ghost. How do you stop one?
Is there any family
And
nearby still? Anyone around?
so we've looked
Didn't move away.
so we've actually looked into this. Fulton's moved a few months after, right? A lot of trauma, but kids. I heard the kid. I'm looking around, digging into things. The kids moved back. Um, the son,
Don't say.
the younger son, um, he lives in town. He didn't move back so much as he moved nearby, a couple towns over. Seems nothing, but Kayla Fulton, the daughter, she's 10, found her mother. I don't know how true this is, but I've heard that she actually bought their house back.
Well, you don't say.
The husband, though, No idea.
Is it gone?
And she's the one who found her. Found
Yeah.
her dead.
Where's he at?
Husband?
Yeah.
I don't know. Moved away. Definitely didn't move back.
Sorry, did you just say that Kayla Fulton bought their old house
Yeah.
and she's 10?
She was 10 when your
No,
mom
she was
passed again.
10 in 1961.
Thank you.
I think she's like 47 or something. I'm not doing the math well.
All good. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. That's what I heard. I couldn't verify anything.
Okay,
I
so
know
now
that cottage was empty for a long time after Pearl.
that's fair. Now, so here's the question. Now, I don't know nothing about no collector ghosts, but if they're looking for justice and the kid is still around, how would that play in your guys' scheme of all this?
Well,
I think we gotta talk to that kid.
we haven't really been able to figure that part out. But tip for ghosts though, ghost hunting. From a lot of the stuff we've read, ghosts are incorporeal, right?
Yep,
But
saw that already.
oh shit, like for real?
Yep. So carry on. Keep talking your
Fucking
sentence.
cool. Fucking cool. Anyway,
No, not so
yeah,
much.
but they can be. There was some texts that said that they can be forced into a more corporeal form.
Well,
If they
that
get
could
hit,
potentially be useful.
yeah, ghosts. A lot of different things they say ghosts are weak to, but iron and salt are always pretty consistent. If they get hit with one of those things, in some texts it says that they're forced into a partially corporeal state while they deal with that. And you might be able to hit them with something else.
Gotcha. So if one guy's got a iron, everyone benefits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah,
sledgehammer.
you gotta. It's made of iron?
We
I
still
don't
gotta
know. I
find-
don't make these things. You look at it and see they get rusty.
I mean, I don't really know anything about sledgehammers. I run a home video and a cult shop.
I deliver pizzas. Oh,
Oh
wait a
shit,
minute.
yeah, we've fucking ordered pizza from y'all.
We got our iron pots and stuff like that back at the shop.
Yeah,
Gonna
shit.
go ask for a ghost with a cast iron frying pan.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be
Shit, I
awesome,
mean,
dude.
that might
As weird
fucking
as
work.
that sounds, it's a good idea.
It's iron.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all gotta find this ghost, I guess.
And then bring them with the frying pan.
Hell yeah, man. That should work. I mean, if this stuff's true, I can't. Real quick, I can't say it for sure. I've never fought a ghost. Real quick, I want this. Got a disclaimer. I've never fought a ghost. This is all from reading books. No idea how true any of it is.
So I'm gonna toss this out to you two because you're youngins, you're giving some sound advice. But if we go off and get killed by this thing, you might be finding a ghost on your doorstep tomorrow morning. Just saying. Got any other words of wisdom?
Don't die. Oliver kind of hums. Um, and he reaches over. He moves around the counter and heads over to one of the counters, and he's gonna pick up a little he's gonna pick up a little bag, a little black bag, and he's gonna go here and toss it towards Elliot.
I'll catch it.
Black salt.
Black salt.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have got that in a grocery store. What's black salt?
Salt mixed with the, I think it's mixed with volcanic ash. I don't know. Always heard it's real good with ghosts.
All right then.
Laying salt lamp things, just like a lump of salt.
We don't sell those here.
Hey, is there a hardware store in town? Maybe they got water softener salt.
No, back then, don't need water softener. Water's good enough the way it was. Took it out of the hose, man.
Just drank it.
Drank it.
Okay, well, Oliver just gave you guys a bag of black salt.
Got it.
Yeah,
pretty
you can
sweet.
grab your cast iron skillet if that's what you want to do. But
All right, so group, we got this thing going on here. We got two choices. Two paths that I see we can head down here. Now we can go in, basically gun blazing, salt and iron, full lead when it becomes corporeal, or find a way to give it justice, which may be a lot harder.
Oliver, how long ago did Kayla move in? About, give or take.
Yeah, that.
Shane is gonna pipe up a bit and he goes, well, again, I don't really know if she did, but from, the rumors I could find, she came back about 5 years ago.
5 years. Ugh. I was trying to find something that would agitate her more recently. If this is a second attempted victim in the last, 5 days?
Yeah.
Something's been an uptick. Something must have changed.
I still think we gotta talk to her. She must know something. Maybe she's not the one who's worthy of justice or vengeance or whatever, but
Maybe
the
she has an
people who
altar
messed
to
with
her mom.
Yeah. I think we don't know until we talk to her.
All right, then. Let's go talk to her. Thank you, gentlemen. You've been most helpful.
Yeah, I mean, don't die.
Ain't planning on it.
Advice.
If I do, I might be
It's
back.
the empire to inherit. I can't die. I'm the main character in my own game.
Unfortunately, that makes all of the rest of us subplot.
He's all, and as you guys are leaving, Shane's gonna go, hey, if you guys survive and kill that ghost, you can each get a free rental.
Oh, nice. Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool. Thanks, man. Appreciate
You're
it.
just gonna get us on late charges.
Exactly.
This is the 90s. It's all about late
You have it
charges.
in beta? That VHS is garbage.
No, dude.
I worked in a video store at about this era. It's a couple years before, but
It was Betamax, right? It was the best. And Laserdisc in the 90s.
Beta was better, but we carried a lot more VHS.
Yep.
Yeah, but Beta was still better.
I would like to remind you, this is a small town video store. The video store, they do not have Betamax. They definitely
Hey.
have VHS because that's the thing most people will have.
Just want to say,
Yeah.
I grew up in a small town in the 90s, and the video store had Betamax and Laserdisc, even though I had a VHS.
Well, after all of this, we'll get Malcolm X and Pulp Fiction, and we'll have a look at they.
Nice. I'm in. All right.
My
Well,
video store era was 91, 92.
We'll get
We had
Goodfellas
about
and
1/8 beta. 1/8 of the VHS was beta. Yeah.
we're still renting laser. We did laser discs in the 80s, late 80s. Anyways, that's not here nor there. I think we go talk to Caleb Fulton.
Real quick, by Laserdisc,
Yep.
do you mean DVDs?
No, laserdiscs, like
What the
records,
fuck?
but laserdiscs. Like it was called laserdiscs back then, like DVDs, basically large scale.
But I think they had about the capacity of a CD.
Easy.
Fucking
Yeah.
weird as hell, man.
Right?
Anyway,
Sorry, old people.
We didn't have
Old
those.
people shit.
We were a smaller
it's
town.
it's VHS. It's just VHS. Because I know what those are.
Yep.
And I know those were more common than the other two. So
They were. But everybody used to claim Betamax was going to be better. Conspiracy theorists. Elliot Smith is a conspiracy theorist, so therefore
true.
Betamax is better.
Anyway, I would say that's a good spot to end on.
Yep. The discussion about beta versus VHS.
Yep.
VHS.
40 years too late. 30.
30 years, yeah. Yeah.
Woohoo!
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You guys are pretty much almost done.
Yeah, right.
I'm ready to pass out though.
Yeah, fuck no, I'm not staying up any later, but
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be another 2-hour session. Sorry, 2.5 hours.
All right.
We can
3 hours.
transition in the middle if that's how it works out.
3.5 hour session. I don't think it'll be another 3.5 hour session because you guys are pretty close to the end.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you for running.
All right, I'm gonna fucking
Yes.
pass out.
Y'all have
Awesome.
a good night.
Thanks, everybody.
Have a good night,
Bye.
all.
treacherous thing to bring in your home. Is to life, tear it apart, and the treacherous thing to keep in your heart. Clean all your wounds, curse all your bills, and the treacherous thing to bring in your home. See your treasure beyond your measure, but you're blinded by greed. There's hell beneath jagged teeth that bite you till you bleed. It's tonight, tear it apart, and the treacherous thing to keep in your heart. Clean all your wounds, curse all your bones, and the treacherous thing to bring in your home. It's tonight, tear it apart, and the treacherous thing to keep in your heart. Clean all your wounds, curse all your bones, and the treacherous thing to bring in your home. It's tonight, tear it apart, and the treacherous thing to keep in your heart. Clean all your wounds, curse all your bones, and the treacherous thing to bring in your home. It's tonight, tear it apart, and the treacherous thing to keep in your heart. Clean all your wounds, curse all your bones, and the treacherous thing to bring in your home. It's tonight, tear it apart, and the treacherous thing